Hey, this is a professional environment. Hey! Stop it!
Another day about the Waffle House shit got hella poppin'. One lady started talking that shit like she really wanted problems. She said that the workers were working too slow. She needed the food cause she had to go. She got super angry and started to shout. So Wendy gave her a 3-piece on the house. Yeah. Go Wendy, I get why they mad, yeah. They just found out for Christmas all you be serving is both of them hands, yeah. Wendy, she ain't gonna back down. Her homie just pulled a pan out. So your little plans ain't gon' pan out. John Cena with the smackdown. Why you think they got this type of application? In the store should get launched like an application. If you're not with the shits like your name is Wendy, shit you're not really a fit, go apply it Wendy. Run up on Wendy, boy, you better just surrender. Featherweight contender whipping up them chicken tenders. Mama lit the way she kept it cool with the aggressors. Even Iron Man is trying to bring her onto the Avenger, yeah.
I'll admit it. I'm not letting my kids die. I'm somebody that thought I could fix this, and I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbor. I'm gonna haul him up by a chain. I will eat your ass. I'll do it. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? Good, I'm just gonna chop his ass up. My children are going hungry. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I'm literally looking at my neighbors now going, I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. My superpower is being honest. And I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. Eat your ass. I've extrapolated this out. And I will eat your ass.
I learned a lot. And I learned a lot. Anyway, Bo is associated here. Anyway, the point I want to make is I learned so much. I learned
black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. What I have to do is I have to continue talking about the things that come on, man.
I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw. I learned that I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. So I learned about kids jumping on my lap. I love kids jumping on my lap.
Oh, I'm in trouble. What are we, nuts? Dead. You know, come on, man. Give me a little break here. Get a life. Taking cocaine or not? What do you think? Huh? Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. Come on, man.
Well, Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
I can hardly wait to meet with that guy who is the stable genius. Come on, man. I am very willing to let the public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Come on, man. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids. Come on, man. I mean, come on. Take a look at the record. I know a lot of weed smokers. Come on, man. Black, white, all colors, all backgrounds, but I mean, come on, man. Men, women, gay, straight, everyone deserves a shot, you know. Come on, man. You know the thing. You know what I mean? You know the thing. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Why the hell would I take a test? I am,
And strike and strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. They're coming here. They're coming here from Africa, from South America. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. Angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now.
How about a motherfucking mukbang? We got a beef taco. Santa Fe, right?
Wake up. Wake up. It's propaganda. It's propaganda. It's an e-girl in military uniform. It's propaganda. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
It's just a rule. You know, the rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob. But if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and you should never speak about it.
Are we good now? Is there anything else that you want?
I want a gun.
What?
You heard me. I want a gun.
Robin, you're not getting a gun, all right? That goes against everything I stand
Evan,
for.
you have an entire utility belt of tools, of batarangs, of smoke bombs. What do I have? I have a fucking grappling hook on a rope.
Robin, the gun is the weapon of the enemy.
Yeah, because they fucking kick ass. I mean, just think about it. The next time we fight some goons, they're gonna look at me and not think, wow, that guy's wearing a really tight Speedo. They're gonna think, wow, don't fuck with Robin. That guy's got a gun.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that, Hassan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life.
Brit, just do women's comedy stuff. You know, talk about how fat you are and how you want to have sex with guys, and then say my vagina a lot.
The impact, what happened on July the 6th, had international repercussions beyond what I think any of you can fully understand. Fully concentrate.
Oh shit! So now he's fucking famous somehow, and I'm famous.
Yo, you're in trouble.
Why? Oh shit!
That crypto shit.
No, Batman, I want to know. If I turned evil, what ingenious plan have you devised in order to... Ow, I give up, I give up!
Just kind of like that.
All right, everybody. Well, first off, before we even begin, Devend, thank you for becoming a new member on the channel. I really appreciate that. Nick, you don't have like people clapping on your soundboard?
That's the one thing I don't have at the moment.
What the fuck?
You got like 20 clips of black guys doing some crazy outrageous
he's
shit.
got 20 clips of Grand Theft Auto 5 in there. But no people clapping. How can we celebrate this?
Don't say jazz hands.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say jazz hands.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with a solution because you messed this up.
How's it my fault? Okay, you didn't tell me to get prepared for this.
I didn't know Devend was going to become a member today, so I couldn't have planned
how about
for
this?
How about this? You're the soundboard guy. You should have this prepared.
I don't have a soundboard for everything.
You know, it's because you're on X Hamster jacking off to lesbian porn. Okay,
oh my fucking god!
Look, dude. You need to
actually
keep it. Look. You need to keep it in your pants. Okay. All right, keep it in your pants and focus on the art.
You know what, Curl? You want to Curl? You know. You're giving me shit the last stream. And the funny thing is, you believed every fucking word I said. And the funny thing is, you dodged the question.
No. Listen to me.
No. You dodged the question.
Listen to me.
What kind of porn you watch? Okay.
Listen to me. I'm talking to Jasmine, right? And we're just talking on the phone. And you know what she says? She goes, and Vic says it's his friend. He lied. And I'm like, yeah, he fucking is. Your friend. You have your friend's porn history just screenshotted on your desktop. Really?
Well,
really?
I can tell you,
No. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Nobody's judging you, except everybody in the chat. Okay, so listen.
Bro.
Thank you. I stop. This is over. We're moving on. Devin, thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the super chat. All right. I'm a fan of the new intro, Crow. I appreciate that. I need to trim one thing in there, and I'm going to probably add another little clip in. But also, let me just read a couple of the comments in the chat right now. As you can see here, Vic is sus. Yeah, completely agreed. Everyone is
That's the guy
judging.
who
Yes,
always
completely
dodges
agree.
his
Completely agree. There you go. There you go. My wife can confirm she thinks you were fucking lying too.
No, those are literal jazz hands. Get it?
Okay. So Jasmine told me a story, all right, and it's really funny. So I guess she was taking these bubble baths, right? And this is when she was a kid, and she just loved taking these bubble baths. And I guess she kept using like a fuck ton of them, which I get because like I do the exact same thing now. But so so her mom like takes them away from her, right? Because she just keeps overusing them and overusing them and overusing them. And so my wife starts throwing a temper tantrum and starts screaming. Okay. And her mom like is ignoring her, right? Which is what you're supposed to do, right? Like you're not supposed to give them attention when they're behaving that way. And my wife starts screaming even louder. And so her mom is just like trying to ignore her. And then my wife, all right, who back when she's a kid, is screaming and hollering and throwing this massive tantrum, right? To the point where people that are living around like their neighbors call the police because they believe that she is being beaten by her parents.
Bloody murder.
Yeah. She's like, this is all over wanting to take a fucking bubble bath.
Oh boy.
All over wanting to take a fucking bubble bath. Like that's that. Wait, look. I've thrown fucking tantrums when I was a kid. I get it, but like that was funny to me. That was fucking hilarious. But she was like, she said she's gonna show up for the show tonight, but she wanted to make sure that I shared that story with you all. I think it's fucking great, and I hope to God that I hope to God. Wait, no, I didn't tell the story wrong. Or were they regular bubbles? Wait, were you playing with regular bubbles? I thought it was bubble baths. Look, if it was regular bubbles, then I actually completely disagree with you. If it was wanting to use more bubbles in your bubble bath, I get that, right? Like you want to make a bubble beard, it makes sense. But if you're just talking about like regular bubbles, I don't know. But anyways, the cops did get called because they thought that somebody was beating her. And there's a bunch of dead air. Guys, talk. Jesus Christ.
Come
what do I have
on,
to do?
Vic.
Prod you with a stick? Oh my god. All right, fine. We're just moving on. Okay. Like, god damn.
Vic, come on,
the soundboard's
talk.
not ready. Vic's not even talking. What's going on, man? Are you okay? GG, is he okay?
I don't know.
Vic, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh my gosh, I was worried that you died suddenly. I was worried your heart just gave out. It's happening to a lot of young men these days.
Thankfully not. Closest thing I've had was heart palpitation from my lack of sleep, but I fixed that very easily. No, I just...
Yeah, apparently Lisa Marie Presley died tonight.
But Tipster got a W and destroyed IBB today?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
What?
You know what? Because we're gonna watch the video and look, it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It's always a good day to shit on Tipster. But look, if he got a W today, we're gonna give him his W. This is the Afterbirth-Day stream, so this will be the one nice thing that we do tonight.
Yeah, I'm just surprised someone like him got a W.
Well, I mean, it's IVB.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I've seen like you posting this all over fucking Twitter. And is this like real? This isn't photoshopped?
That's an actual title for one of his shorts.
Like what? What's the fucking context here? Is this like when Mr. Girl did the video where he was like a parody song calling himself a pedophile, and then it turns out he's an actual pedophile? Is that what you're doing, IBB?
Yeah,
Damn,
he's
this is
pulling
so
a Mr.
sus.
Girl at this point.
What? I get he's a lolcow. I get he's a lolcow. But okay, so how did Tipster destroy him though? And you're gonna
Okay.
have to screenshot it because Tipster has me blocked, and I don't care to look him up and what he's talking about.
Let me pull it up here because from what I remember, it was something very mundane that IBB had said, and it
Yes.
blew up on him.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see this. And then before we get into the content, one thing I'm going to do for you guys, because I've been putting out the fucking videos, doing the grind, I'm going to let you guys know what I have planned out for the next few videos. And if you guys think that I should change something or you have a story that you'd want me to talk about, let me know in the chat. Okay. I figure it'll be like a fun thing I can do. And then again, members, if it's like a story that won't get me banned, if it's a story that won't get me banned and you're a member, I'll seriously consider just doing like an extra video. But again, do we have the thing pulled up, GG? No, he's muted. Okay, all right. Look, I went through that whole spiel. And now we're just waiting.
All right, it should be posted in the group chat.
Okay, all right. Perfect.
You'll see the link to the tweet, but here's a screen cap of what Tipster quote tweeted him with.
They hate me because they fear me, as they should, huh?
That's what Tipster said in response, which was just a clip of Zach Galifianakis laughing wheezingly.
I think that's what he probably laughs like, but more cringe.
And then IBB tried quote tweeting him here to get a one up, and he only got quote tweeted twice and got owned by another Swede.
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. But then again, apparently you get turned on by children. So I like. There are things that I hope happen to you that it would be bannable for me to say on the microphone right now. But just know that I am going to say a very hearty prayer to Allah tonight, and I very much hope you get what's coming to you.
One of the people who quote tweeted him was me.
Okay, well, where's the tweet?
I keep checking the group chat. I'm sending them to you.
You're telling me these things, and then you're taking like half a minute. I got my soundboard guy is depressed now. I've got the delay. I've got my awful stories. I'm like super high. I'm ready to light up the cigar. Okay.
I was gonna say, do you need a better story to tell at the moment?
No. Well, this is good. This is good. This is interesting.
Yeah, IBB's like, I love you, big guy, but don't forget that you ran for months. Winky face.
Wait. There's a video of IBB going near a preschool.
Yeah.
That's us.
Did somebody send that to the local authorities?
Well, it's right here in the group chat.
Okay, yeah, no, but seriously, did anyone send that to the local authorities?
No, we're still trying to dig up the other sus video.
I don't want to pull that up on stream because I think even with that being a tweet on Twitter, if I show that image, I think I can get in trouble.
Yeah, I know.
Because he's got a gunshot through his mouth.
Yeah, I know, but that's the whole thing. Like, IBB is like, I love you, big guy, but don't forget that you ran for months. And I'm like, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
He reposted.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So guys, it's an image. It's his thumbnail for a video that IBB did about Tipster, and it's Tipster with a gun drawn on him. There's smoke coming out of the gun, and Tipster's face has a giant bullet hole in it. Like, dude, dude, what the fuck? How did you even get away with that on fucking YouTube?
Well, it was basically a clip that was like less than, I guess, half a second when it shows up. But the whole
that
thing
was
is
from his
that's
video. That wasn't the thumbnail. That was from his video. Okay.
yes, and that was actually from a video that he had edited back when he had his first mental breakdown against Tipster.
Okay, what the fuck? IBB has another video where he says the sound of children soothes him.
Yeah, we're trying to dig that one up.
Dude!
Christ.
Oh my
Is this
God.
man trying to make himself worse than Mr. Girl from what you guys told me?
Okay,
Well-
no, Mr. Girl says he jerks it off to kids. This is like Mr. Girl light. What the? He looks like a fucking Swedish troll, like an actual troll that's like Swedish.
Is he? Isn't he some sort of European?
I thought he was Swedish.
He's Swedish.
Okay, he looks like he looks like one of those like a troll from like fantasy, ugly and fucking creepy and shit, with a hood over his fucking bald ass head or whatever, and his teeth are all fucked up and yellow. I mean, like this is what a bridge troll looks like, and he's in Sweden. It's just so fucking fitting. But no, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Nah, just get hit play. It's gonna be great.
Hey guys, I'm walking past the school again. Guess that makes me a pedophile.
Okay, dude. First off, it looks like you're not wearing a shirt underneath the jacket. Did you go to that school and flash to the kids? Like seriously, I'm not kidding. Did anyone Did anyone look? Of all the fucking creepy ass weirdo fucking doxing shit, right? Where like people can use a fucking blanket to figure out what hotel you're in. Did one of you fucking super sleuths like at least attempt to send this to his local authorities and just say like, hey, there's a Swedish bridge troll on the loose. His name is IBB. Here's a photo of him going near a preschool. Were any children assaulted? Like, I'm asking the genuine question because, like, I'm worried here. I'm worried here. He even looks like he's about to jerk off in front of children. I hope that's not going too far. But like, come on, this is.
I don't know. Like from what I've heard about the other video that supposedly Nicholas Diorio has, it basically IBB was recording where he's like sitting down trying to give like this philosophical speech, and then you hear like children in the background playing, and he's like, there's something about the sound of children that's just so soothing. You know, it's like really, really fucking campy when he says it.
Just God, it's like he's a real life Herbert the pervert. No, but right?
He's just missing the popsicle stand.
Yeah, but it's like that same also it's also that same wimpy ass fucking voice that Herbert the pervert has.
Yeah.
It's just Swedish. Fuck.
Yeah, and then
right,
here's
hold on. So this is DMs between iBully Bullies and Tipster.
Tipster and Sin, because he's asking about IBB to him.
Oh, okay. I saw you two have a back and forth. Now I think he's kind of annoying at times. Well, to be honest, that was quite the spam he sent you, so I have to say it's understandable. Yeah, he would DM me all the time, so I got annoyed and unfriended him. We aren't really friends anyways. We put the bullshit behind us, sure, but that doesn't mean we are like best buddies now. And then the next one is Tipster blocking him.
Sounds about right.
The next one is like all the messages IBB sent to him before he got unfriended and blocked.
Yeah, I made a backup account because my man is being heavily suppressed. The backup is almost at 100. Oh, whatever. I've been invited to Fireball 3. I assume you already have a partner for it. If not, let me know because I'm looking for one. Aww. And then he was like, tells Tipster, I found a partner, buddy. Don't worry. And then he's like, guess what? I just hit 1 million views. Aww. He's so lonely. Guys, he just wanted a friend. He just wanted a friend.
We tried to be his friend, but then he turned out to be a giant fucking pit viper.
No. He wants to be he wants
That's
to
a
be
good way
friends
of
with
putting it.
Tipster. He wants to be friends with Tipster. He wants to
But
go to
why,
McDonald's together. He wants them both to have Happy Meals and then play with the toys.
Why though?
Because they're
I don't know,
kids'
'cause he's a
toys, Vic.
pedophile. I don't fucking know.
Like, here's the thing. IBB has just been like on a streak. Like, he's made shorts about us and how we laughed about him blocking us on Twitter.
Wait. Hold on. I agree. I agree. IBB looks much worse than Tipster. Tipster, look. How do I describe Tipster? Because he's not like a harm or anything. It's fun to shit on the guy. Like he's low hanging fruit, right? And I was like, we were gonna do the thing on his birthday, but then Gigi was busy. I was tired. Then we were like, okay, well maybe we're not gonna do it, but like, come on, it's just you kind of have to, right? Like he deserves the daily like slap across the face, right? It helps humble him, okay? But like I also like completely agree. Fucking IBB is way worse. IBB is like prowling around fucking preschools without a shirt on, with a fucking hoodie up, and he's like recording himself with his eyes all big and wide because he's about to go prey on fucking kids. God, man, it's a little fucking gross. It's disturbing.
And if looks aren't deceiving there, that school's out of the way, so police response time is gonna be very, very long.
IBB somehow has less worth on this planet than Tip. Okay, actually, look. Let me clarify. Okay, because it's YouTube and I have to. All human beings are of equal value, except for the ones that like to jerk off to children. So in that respect, yes, Tipster would have more value. Oh, what a piece of shit. He's unemployed, cashing in on disability checks, leeching off his parents. Oh man, that's fucked up. But these are fucked. These are completely fucked. Look, okay, here's the thing. I'm happy Tipster didn't fucking fumble and slapped him good, because you would have to be like mentally unwell or also a pedophile to lose in a fucking back and forth with IBB. I'm just saying. So Tipster clears 2 bars so far. But before I begin tonight, like I said, I'm gonna let you guys know what we're gonna be doing for wait, hold on. What is this? IBB has the ability to work, by the way, but chooses not to because he gets free money from Swedish government.
Oh, that's bullshit. How? That doesn't seem fair.
Probably COVID. Probably like the COVID stuff. Maybe there was like a program in Sweden like they had here in the US. I mean, I would guess it might be something like that. So he can just keep claiming the disability or the unemployment check or whatever they call it and not go to work. And then he can and that allows him to creep around preschools.
Check the group chat. There was the other person who owned him, the other Swedish person.
Wait, I love this clip. Okay, hold on. Let me share the screen. Well, I guess I'll wait. We'll stay on IBB for a little bit, like his local authorities should. It's the emotional
damage.
I fucking love that. Nah, you pester people, emotional dumping, and nag. Sorry, fellow Swede, but I have to say this: emotional damage. And then he got blocked.
Yeah, but check this out. IBB unblocks them and then responds after getting called up for the block.
What a bitch! Okay, here, I'll just show this because like he actually comes forward. Did he see like Tipster's name and see his photo and think, oh, this will be funny? Is
No.
that why he was in the fucking chat earlier?
Wait, he was in the chat earlier?
He was in the chat earlier. I'll find it. Hold on.
Oh, probably.
It
Like,
might be
he's been
too
trying
old.
to play that whole shit down. He thinks that me, Sin, and the rest of the guys are crying and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh,
There you
come
go.
on. Yeah, it looks like I made the news again, eh, boys? Yeah, you ain't coming on any streams to, fight us like you should.
I mean, he's more than welcome. I'm just high, and you're just a pedophile. So,
Yeah, IVB, you made the news again. You're Tipster's illegitimate bastard of a son.
I mean, look. I'm going to be upfront, right? When you even say it in your video. There's a preschool, I guess, and then you say you guess you're a pedophile. I'm like, yeah, I guess you are. I agree. I agree with your video as you crept around a fucking preschool, and in what looked like you weren't even wearing a shirt underneath that coat, which I assume was for the purpose of ripping open in front of children. I am being honest. I hope someone like one of those super internet sleuths has looked into this and attempted to contact the Swedish authorities so you can be put on some kind of watch list.
Well,
God
I mean,
damn.
he's made friends with a bunch of people lately from your past and whatnot.
Like who?
Pods.
Who?
Pods.
Okay, look, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not being a dick, but seriously, who the fuck is that?
It sounds familiar.
It does sound kind of familiar, but I'm like really drawing a fucking blank right now.
One of the doxing buddies from Dean's past or whatever.
Oh,
look, I'll
maybe
be
that's
honest
why.
with you. None of them are like the doxing, like, yeah, that's fucking annoying. I completely agree. It's probably one of those, what did they call it? Something spot. Fuck. Look, here's my problem. They're not interesting enough to actually remember and think about. And once I've kind of like, stopped caring about whatever fucking drama was there, you just kind of fade into nothing. So yeah, sorry, you're not relevant. But Pod used to work for your brother, Crow. Oh, I mean, that's embarrassing because Dean was working for a guy that got pegged by his wife, filmed it, and posted it online. So if Dean was working underneath a cuck, what's worse than being under the cuck's cuck? Like, what does that make you? No, I mean, seriously, is like, are you just like a worm at that point?
I'm
like,
guessing
like a little like a literal fucking worm. I know these are tough questions. I don't know the answer to them, guys. That's why I'm asking you. I don't know what to call that.
Spirit Junior.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We'll call it a Spirit Junior. Okay, Pod's a school of Spirit Junior, by the way. The man that said he hit on a 14-year-old for the lulz.
Christ.
Oh,
and
God.
how old is that man again?
Spirit
30s
Junior?
maybe, like IVB.
Oh, okay. Spirit Junior was the big fat dude.
Yeah, from
what was that
Anime
back in-
Matsuri.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him very well. Everyone basically knows who he is.
Everybody remembers him. Like, if you looked in his general direction, he was blocking your fucking view. Everybody remembers him.
Yeah,
Like,
and he's super loud.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was like the year prior, so I just saw him everywhere and named him Hype Man because he was hyping everything up. And then I found out who he was, and I was like, oh, that's who
he's
this guy
mid-20s.
is.
Well, that's still too old for a fucking 14-year-old.
Yeah, that's about 10 to.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. I just got a response from IVB.
Wait. Hold on. Am I kink shaming? Are you talking about the pedophiles or the cucks? Because Look, honestly, both. Yes, I definitely am. Both should be shamed and ridiculed. But see, here's the thing: if you're a cuck, you clearly like that. So I'm look. Apparently, you shouldn't actually be mad at me, right? Like, because that's what you're into. If anything, I should feel like, in a way, a bit creeped out that you're indulging in your fucking sexual fantasy there. See how I flipped that around, Jasmine? You see how I flipped that around? Yeah, exactly. A cuck can't be mad when somebody makes fun of them. That's the point in being a cuck.
Oh boy.
What?
Yeah.
What? It's true. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Exactly. Thank you. That's all that matters, is being right.
I was just gonna say, IBB finally responded. I guess he's still watching the stream, but
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If IBB is too big of a pussy to show up in the chat and actually fucking do something about it, I like. Why would I put up his crying? Like, that's a total waste of my time.
Oh, come on, this is funny.
I don't care what his response is, because he's too much of a pussy to show up and actually say it.
Well, I'll just say it. Seriously, dude, you need to drop this. It's getting old.
Wait, hold on.
It's like, I don't communicate verbally with those I deem to be below me.
Yeah, man. Out of everybody here and you, only one of us, out of everyone here, everyone in the chat right now, everyone who's going to watch this video in the future, unless you are watching it in the future or one of your ilk is watching it in the future, out of all of these people, right, very vast array of people, only one individual was creeping around a preschool.
Yeah, and apparently he's stalking Sen. Like, he goes out of his way to stalk him. What
Sen
the fuck
has a
is he
stalker?
talking about? Yeah, it's IBB.
Oh.
But I swear to God, this guy likes to play both sides of the
My
field.
wife is really fucking me over right now.
What's she
I'm
saying?
gonna like complete. She just called me a cuck. I'm like, fuck you.
For what exactly?
Because she's mad that I'm kink shaming. My wife does not like kink shaming, right? Because you know what you do in your bedroom is what you do in your bedroom, and you should have a healthy sexual lifestyle. But being a cuck is like, come on. You can't be mad if people make fun of you, right? Like, you can't. That's the point. All right, so Devin, thank you for the super chat. I'll be extremely honest. IBB just seems to miss social cues on a level that hints at a language barrier and isolation issues. I don't like how he treated Sen, and this just looks sus. I mean, look, Devin, I don't disagree that he's got like something, and I don't really think it's a language barrier, because he seems to perfectly understand what he says and what he's typing out. But yeah, I would say that he does not pick up on social cues at all.
Well, not to mention in Sweden, they actually practically know English as well. So that's
really?
Yeah, no, because I actually knew a guy from who came as an exchange student from Sweden back in my high school, and they tell you, yeah, we also know how to learn to speak English fluently.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, actually, when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. You'd be surprised how many European countries actually have some speaking areas.
That's because we're number fucking one.
Nah, when you said it like that, you got me thinking of that SpongeBob meme. He was number one.
I Know the Bullies is like Tipster, but without the internet clout.
and not fat.
Okay, all right, guys. Okay, we got to move off IBB, or we're gonna stay on him all night, because he's just like, again, he's lower hanging fruit than Tipster is. He is, but also, like, at a certain point, when I have to talk about somebody that is like creeping around a high school, I'm gonna get mad, right? Okay,
Oh, fucking hell. They even messed up my categories.
Yeah, I mean, he's made like several videos where he's done that shit. Like he's even made even creepier ones, like well, not creepier, just dumber ones. Because he made one where he was holding up a handgun in one of them recently.
Okay, all right, that's fucked. Okay, so Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And like I said, here's the thing, like he lied about deleting that one video because that screenshot from that one tweet.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I got Sven going. I believe voice is like Tipster, but without the internet cloud. Kaneko goes, Tipster is IBB but with less pedophilia.
I don't know. I mean, Tipster said a 16-year-old was cute with a winky face.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, during the AP drama, like the first round of it.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, it was in their DMs because he was like flirting with AP and it's like, your friend is cute too, winky face. It's like, Ayo, she's 16, and he goes, oof.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that doesn't sound sus at all.
He was in horny mode when he said that, so how do people say that he isn't a pedophile for saying that shit?
Remember, this is the same community that says Zero is a pedophile.
Yeah, look, I mean, I agree. On that level, I agree. Yes. With the way that they use the fucking term, with how they go after people for it too, with how Mr. Girl is fucking excused. And I don't think that the community itself, right, has any moral fucking justification to actually I don't even know how to say it, but like everyone has the right to be upset about something, but you don't have the right to be like act like you're morally superior on the fucking issue, right? Especially when you don't acknowledge your own fucking shortcomings. At the end of the day, when Mr. Girl was around, okay, these people had zero issues platforming with him. And Diori was a guy who tried to blackball Salvo because he didn't like Salvo. But in the case of Mr. Girl, how quickly that goes out the fucking window because, oh, look at that. He's hanging with Destiny. I mean, if you really take an issue with this shit, a guy who's like not only tells you he jerks off to kids, but also like is engaging with kids that are members in your fucking community. Like, at least say, hey, guys, don't fucking talk to Mr. Girl. Like, because you've got minors in your fucking audience. I'm not saying you're responsible for, like, literally everything. But, man, if you don't have, like, a solid, like, foundation of, hey, I'm not going to fucking go near this person. And then when you do, you don't take any issue with him communicating with people in your audience that are minors. Like, on some fucking level, okay? I'm not saying you deserve to be punished, right? I'm not saying if something happened, that's all on you. But like on some fucking level, do you not feel like, hey, maybe I should be putting up some fucking barriers? Hey, maybe I should be very fucking clear. This stuff isn't fucking okay. And that like people in my audience shouldn't be talking to this guy who says that he jerks off to kids. No, absolutely not, because then you would be shunned, and then you couldn't go onto the big panels. So I can't like sit there and say like, hey, when you're streaming with somebody, like I agree, you don't need to shout, you're a pedophile, like over and over and over again, but you need to have like some actual serious pushback for what this person is saying and make it very clear that morally they're a fucking roach. Like, no joke. Morally, a fucking pedophile is a roach. You don't need to take what they say seriously. And when they're going off and you're like sitting there smirking and giggling, like, I don't know what to fucking say to that. But clearly you don't actually take issues with being there, and you don't have any issues when the people that you know, that you associate are doing that. And again, we're not talking about, oh, this is a controversial person. No, this is a fucking pedophile who says he jerks off to kids and then was communicating with members in your fucking audience. He was giving fucking Pie Man life advice when Pie Man is 15 years old. A guy who thinks it's morally okay to jerk it off to fucking kids. Like, come on. And speaking of Pie Man, one of their fucking friends is, and again, they did condemn that, but it was one of their fucking friends that went after Pie Man and said that he would never be able to live down flirting with another fucking teen. I fuck, man. Like honestly, I don't think that they take it fucking seriously. I really don't. I think that maybe it's because they're fucking desensitized to it, right? And why wouldn't you be with some of the shit that's happened in that fucking community? But at the same fucking time, like, yeah, I think you bear some fucking responsibility for what your fucking audience is engaging with based on what you're fucking showing them.
Well,
I think that, yeah, like on some fucking level, hey, if you're introducing them to a fucking pedophile, like, for fuck's sakes, you think, I think on some fucking level, hey, maybe you need to be a little bit more fucking responsible. Because none of you guys are fucking minors anymore. You're all fucking adults. Fuck, is there a line you wouldn't fucking cross to be in with the fucking crowd? Or to gain a fucking couple views and subs? Like, honestly.
Well, I mean, they are the crowd that, well, speaking of desensitization, I'd say that it's pretty much obvious given how, just like Christian, Ethan Ralph will desensitize you to a lot of fucked up shit.
Well, yeah, look, I get that. I get that. Because now there's shit that I see them doing, and I'm just like, huh, okay, this is... okay, right? Like this, like, because to me, I'm a little desensitized when I see certain stories now. But at the exact same time, you know, when we're talking about dealing with a guy like Mr. Girl, who's very open and honest about what he is into, and is very open that he thinks more pedophiles should come out into the open. Come out into the open. And they should be talked to, right? Like, what they're feeling is how they're feeling. Like, man, no, like, I'm not kidding. Fucking Rusty Fork. Purge. Fucking purge.
You know what the funny thing is? Like, Augie says he wants to say that he provided pushback. I'm like, nah. If you compare what Augie did to what the Drunken Peasants did to fucking Mr. Girl, it was like night and day. Like, you would have seen some actual pushback. Watch the Drunken Peasants interview of Mr. Girl.
Because Mr. Girl, I think that mentally there's probably something that he actually has, and I don't really know. It's just how I hear him talk. But Mr. Girl isn't stupid. Okay? So when you're sitting there having a fucking one-on-one, you can't be fucking stupid.
Well, I disagree, Crow, because some of the arguments he was making outside of, you know, like his ideal video game of Call of Kid Fuckers and whatnot, but
no, you don't get what I'm saying, right? I'm saying that, like, Mr. Girl, when he speaks, he's not losing his fucking temper, okay? He's not ranting. He speaks in a very monotone like voice, right? And he's also smart enough, right, on where to steer a conversation. Augie has no ability to control that situation whatsoever. He's going at Mr. Girl's pace, and Mr. Girl is dominating the conversation, and Augie doesn't know when to fucking actually interject.
Yeah,
Augie doesn't know how to bring it back on fucking point. I'm not saying Augie is sitting there, like, literally nodding in agreement saying Mr. Girl's right. My point is, Augie is too fucking immature and dumb to be a part of that fucking conversation. Because Augie doesn't know how to handle it.
Well, let me pose one of the arguments that Mr. Girl had made in the great debate with Augie RFC, which was his argument about why everyone from what's his name, Moist Critical to Mudahar were making videos going over his Cuties review when it came out. Because what Mr. Girl was arguing is they were just doing it for the ad revenue instead of having like genuine moral outrage.
Yeah, look, I watched it when it happened, and it's been a while. So again, I know that there was plenty of times where I was watching it and just kind of getting a little bit mad, and I just think that he doesn't know how to actually engage in a one-on-one with someone like Mr. Girl. Like if he's sitting there in like a IBS fucking drama, right? Or if he's sitting there and he has other people around to back him up, and he's gonna do fine, right? For the most part, because I also know that he when he's left completely on his own, he also still kind of fails. Like we've seen that a couple times.
Like how he spurred out at Sin on Doc's show. Dude, some of those sound clips are great. It's like do I what was it? Something about deplatforming. He's like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Like he just starts screaming that. And then there was the one where he's like, someone's gonna beat you up for some of the stupid fucking shit you say, and I'm gonna be there for it. Like it's like
wait. The guy whose fucking kryptonite is fucking white bread.
Yeah.
What?
God damn.
Yeah.
He's got a really severe gluten allergy.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Just touching it will put him in a hospital bed.
Oh god. Okay. So like again. I don't think he was sitting there saying he agrees with everything, but my thing is he had no ability to fucking push back. No real ability to push back, and Mr. Girl dominates the conversation. If you're not prepared to go in there, fucking don't go in there. Getting the fucking views isn't that fucking important. Your audience is mostly minors, and they saw a pedophile kind of manhandle you. Like I may have roboted out there. I apologize. But what I was saying was they saw a pedophile basically manhandle you in the conversation and sound completely fucking reasonable on certain topics because you had no ability to actually speak up. You didn't actually know certain events, and he was just kind of allowed to put out a bunch of fucking bullshit. And again, your audience then watches that. Your audience that, again, I know for a fact, ranges on the young side. Yeah, I think on some fucking levels, you maybe need to fucking acknowledge that and tell your audience, hey, the things that guy was saying was really fucked up. It was fucking wrong. I wanted him to give him the ability to fucking speak so you could hear it for yourselves, but we all agree this shit's wrong. Like, even flip it around like that so you sound fucking smarter than you actually are. But no. And then I'm watching, like, fucking Mr. Girl going around making the fucking rounds in fucking other things. I think the only one, because again, this was a little bit ago, and I had to focus more on work recently. I think the only one that actually got mad about it was Bo Blacks.
Tipster got mad at him too, actually.
Tipster too? Okay,
yeah,
you know, again, another Tipster W.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it was kind of like a Tipster L at the end of it, but
oh god, no! Come on, Tipster, no!
I mean, can you expect anything less from that guy when it comes to L's?
Well,
I can. Yes, I can. I can expect you not to get bitch slapped by a pedophile.
Here's the thing. Like, instead of like raging at the pedophile like Bo Blacks did because this happened after the whole Bo Blacks incident, in which he was, after he'd gotten his 3 interviews with Augie done, he decided to interview Zell.
Huh.
This person was like this 30-year-old woman who had sexted Tomato Man in Discord, I guess, group chats or whatever, when he was 15, and was like jerking off to him and whatnot. Mr. Girl was going to have Zell on to tell her side of the story, and Tipster, for whatever reason, stops his stream halfway through to go to Twitter and start pleading with the pedophile not to go through with it. And basically, like, after like that didn't go through, he's like, guys, I'm gonna take a mental vacation. I'll come back in a couple of days and I'm better. Peace out. 8 hours later, he's like, so people are upset at me for ending my stream halfway through to defend a friend. You guys are assholes. Like, it's just, that's what I mean. Like, he turned it from a well, it wasn't even a W to an L, just a flat out L.
That's embarrassing. That's actually really sad and embarrassing. Like, you don't beg the fucking pedophile. Call it out and fucking condemn him. Call it out and fucking condemn him. Fucking condemn the guy. Here's the thing. When he went and stabbed Destiny in the back, none of these guys held back anything. None of them held back anything. They all came out firmly, put their fucking foot down. One of the guys talking about jerking off to kids. Well, guys, you know, he hasn't actually touched a child yet. So let's give him the room to speak. You know, when he actually attempts to touch a child, once we're aware of that, then we'll like reconvene and we'll decide if, you know, if that's just gone too far. You know,
get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
We just like nobody's like really supporting what he's saying, but you know, let him talk, let him speak. Okay, all right, like, you know, it's not. He's just talking. He hasn't touched a kid yet. What the, like, honestly, what the actual fucking fuck is wrong with you people? And then I have to listen to you talk about, oh gosh, Salvo cheated on his wife. That's terrible. And I'm like, you guys fucking sat like with a fucking pedophile. I mean, come on. Like, here's the thing. For most people at least, that is awful. That is terrible. There is no excuse for any of it. And again, when I can see the complete fucking difference between when he's talking about jerking it to kids and how you're reacting to that, and when he's talking about Destiny's a bad guy. I'm going to tell everyone what a bad guy Destiny is. Yeah, big, massive fucking difference. God, fuck. Oh my God. It's actually, I don't know, it's a little bit fucking impressive. Again, morally speaking, I understand gray areas. I do, okay? But this guy says he jerks off to children. This guy wants other people to talk about it and be open about it. Man, no, get a fucking rusty fork and cut them to pieces.
I mean, not only
what
that.
Conversation do you need to have with someone who wants to touch kids?
I mean, not only that, during like that 7-hour porn debate on Augie's channel with Mr. Girl and Glink, he said that he would, like, if he had a child, he would introduce it to porn right away.
Yo, yeah, wow, okay.
Christ.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think the bar is becoming so much fucking low. It's like lower and lower and lower and lower. You know, just recently, I did the video. Was that today that it went up or yesterday? I can't remember. But about the Chicago schools, right? Hundreds of teachers over the course of 2018 to 2022 were caught to be grooming and abusing their students in Chicago. Okay? Shit like taking them out and flying them out for trips, molesting a kid after taking him out for a romantic fucking evening at a play in the city.
That's very sus.
Again, I
and
think
you wonder why they outlawed guns.
I think the bar is going. Well, here's the big issue, right? There was one teacher, okay, engaged in raping his student, okay, because he is much older and she is 16. So he's raping her, okay? He does this over the course of a year. supplies her with drugs, supplies her with alcohol, takes her on trips.
Oh, God.
Well, hold on. When the police find out, right? Not even the police. When someone starts investigating this relationship he has with the student, did the teacher A, explain himself, throw himself onto his sword, and accept punishment? B, go on the run and try to flee before the cops arrest him? Or C, did he threaten to murder her and her family if she said anything? Which one do you think it was?
I think it was option C. Wait, I think you mentioned that before.
Yes, I did. It was option fucking C. And you know what his punishment was? You know what he got? You know what his punishment was for raping a girl for over the course of a year? For supplying her with drugs and alcohol when she's 16 years old?
He got 10 years.
No. Do you know it? And then threatening to murder her and her family. Do you know what the punishment for that was?
He got 10 years.
No, less than that.
He got time served and probation.
Even by your bitch ass standards, that shit was horrible.
He got time served and probation for raping a student and then threatening to murder her and her family if she told anybody.
I mean, why can't people like him catch a bullet sideways in the streets of Chicago?
Chicago's become a wreck already.
I don't disagree, because that is heinous. That's fucking horrible. But see, here's the thing. The prosecutor doesn't want to fucking prosecute that case. That makes the city look bad.
How?
Well, because here's the thing. If he had to start prosecuting all of the cases that came into his office about all of these teachers that are grooming all of these students, well, that's going to make all those right-wing people look correct about grooming in schools. And you're like, we don't want to feed into this paranoid conspiracy when we have this threat of domestic fucking terrorism right now. That's going to make our elected fucking district attorney who runs this office, that's going to make him look bad when he gets a fucking conservative person come in and challenge him.
And you know what? This would be just grounds to burn down the whole system at this point.
That's going to make the mayor look bad. That's going to make Mayor Lori Lightfoot look bad.
Has she looked in the mirror? She already looks bad.
We can't have this massive scandal about all of these teachers sexually abusing kids. I mean, people, of course, are going to blame the mayor, and if they blame, and if we prosecute this stuff, well, then she's going to think we're going after her to make her look bad. I don't know, or something stupid like that. Chicago's such a fucking corrupt dirt pile.
Well,
I really don't fucking know.
God damn it! It just goes to show how low the law is. Just
it depends on how long that teacher's been there, because it could have been Rod Blagojevich or even fucking Barack Obama when he was a senator from Chicago.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Like,
look, it's a terrible fucking place.
I mean, Chicago is always going to rate in the top 5 worst cities in the country.
I mean, it was probably better when Al Capone was around.
Oh, speaking of which, I actually went to a cell back in December.
Okay, look. Okay, all right. We're moving off of this. We're going to go over the other stuff really quick, try to speed through it for like 10 minutes, and then we're going to start on the tipster stuff, because we're like an hour into the stream. All right, guys, like I said,
anyway.
Let me show you the stuff we're going to be talking about in the videos tomorrow. Domestic violence charges hit Rick and Morty's Justice Roiland. So
what?
He's being accused of domestic violence, false imprisonment. I think that it sounds pretty serious. I'm gonna read through the article and see what they have to say. But yeah, I saw this going around Twitter, and even Morty's trending right now.
Wait, is he the voice of Morty?
Honestly, I don't know the names of anybody involved in the show.
Okay.
Except for Dan Harmon.
Yeah,
except for Dan Harmon. So yeah, I'll talk about that. I want to see exactly what it is, but yeah, that sounds pretty serious, because it's not he's being accused. He's being charged with that. So false imprisonment means, end domestic violence sounds like he wouldn't allow her to leave. Okay, next thing. DC's new trans-masculine hero wields the opposite of Flash's Speed Force.
That's a... Jeez.
DC's Lazarus Planet Dark Fate will introduce a new trans hero, Jules Jourdain Circuit Breaker, who is able to tap into the power of the Still Force. Yay.
And I wonder why comics continue to keep dying and dying and these writers are so fucking dumb.
They have he, they pronouns, and they will be respected by the villains. Look, honestly, man, I'm not kidding. Let's say I'm a super villain, okay? And I have like any trans hero show up to fight me. Dude, I would dead name and misgender the shit out of them.
That's what a villain would do.
I'm a villain, right? I'm a villain, and I don't want to fucking lose.
Villain's supposed to be a douchebag.
Exactly. That's the thing. If we're being honest, if they're a supervillain who's like, I don't know, willing to murder tons of people, do you think he's gonna sit there, respect the gender pronouns, or do you think he's gonna like do anything he can to get under your skin, piss you off, make you make mistakes?
Nah, villains notoriously follow Queensberry rules, Crow.
Yeah, right. Right. I'm just saying.
There's some respect in the war fields.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's a problem with doing that. And the problem is, if we're being completely honest, there's no way a supervillain would respect the gender pronouns of the individual.
Unless that said villain has some sort of honor code, but even then, there's not many of those anymore.
Yeah, look, which villain? The fucking Nazi villains? The fucking Red Skull in Marvel Comics? Like, here's the thing. In one of these mainstream publishers, the Nazis are like a real thing. They're Hydra. Yeah. Why would the Nazis respect your gender pronouns? I'm just saying, when you think about it for too long, you would have to put out shit that people would immediately accuse you of being transphobic for. So either way, you're fucked. I know this is like a really stupid argument, but at the same time, I'm not right. I'm not wrong.
Yeah, because I think the problem is, like, nowadays they're really downplaying a lot of villains now in comic books. They're not as dark, as broody, as they're evil as they used to be anymore.
No, because that's because they've gone in this direction where it's like, well, look, yes, maybe they're evil, but are they bad?
Well, I mean, come on, like they're gonna rewrite history and all the stupid bullshit that they want about anything, especially when it comes to the Nazis. Like, hell, I'm expecting them the next issue that has Hydra in it. Is that they're gonna go
they're gonna make misunderstood Hydra agents, basically.
No. They're just gonna go straight to a scene from a concentration camp.
No, I was gonna say, because they're Hydra agents, they'll just portray them as being your average white dude complaining about shit on the fucking YouTubes. Yeah. Remember when fucking what was it, Ta-Nehisi Coates in his fucking Captain America book makes fucking Jordan Peterson to be Red Skull?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They've already fucking done it.
Yeah, because
they've turned the fucking Hydra and fucking Red Skull into parodies of right-wing figures. Like that's what they're doing now. So like, I look at that, I'm like, okay, look, I get it, because that's how you see people that are on the right in the country. You see them as like evil villains. And just like those evil villains, I mean, you're totally okay killing them.
Yeah, Red Skull says clean your room.
Yeah, Red Skull says clean your room. Clean your room, bucko. Do you see that shit where they're going to make him go to re-education?
Yeah, like, I saw that.
What?
Yeah. So Canada's threatening to pull his medical license for what he says on Twitter. And I was like having this back and forth with somebody, and they're like, it's because of he's abusing his position to talk about the mandates and the lockdowns. And I'm like, end? Like literally end? Like he can say that the lockdowns and everything, if that's what his speech is, that's him criticizing government policy. And you're saying because he did that, he should lose his medical license. I'm sorry, but no. Absolutely fucking not.
I mean,
that's authoritarian to me.
If we're gonna hold
Yep,
Jordan
excuse me.
Peterson to that standard, we should do it to Dr. Fauci, since he's the one who helped fund the fucking research.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
but then
like,
again, it wouldn't fit. It wouldn't, fit, the narrative.
no,
Well, they're gonna
it
make him
wouldn't
out
fit
to be a
for-
sacrificial lamb in a few months, so I wouldn't
Oh,
worry
I
about
believe
that.
it. I believe that.
You know what? Actually, and I've got it pulled up here. So let me get through the rest of these, or maybe I can just jump to it. Hold on.
To be honest, he sounded like a douche the first time I heard about him.
Well, I mean, he's the one who spread a bunch of misinformation during the AIDS pandemic.
Yeah, and got away with it too.
Okay,
Like,
hold on.
You can catch AIDS in the household.
Since you mentioned Fauci, and Joe Biden is a big part of the channel. He's in every show. Did you hear this?
Joe Biden yeah.
Okay, so like they went after Trump because Trump has those classified documents, and Trump's saying like, no, I declassified them. And I understand why people don't like that, but again, if he said he declassified them, he's the president. All right, but he also went into this stupid little back and forth with the National Archives and not wanting to give them back. And so because of that, they basically argued that he had these and he was going to commit all these crimes. And because of that, he should be arrested. He should be prosecuted. He should never be allowed to run for president. Okay, so right before the midterms, Joe Biden, in his think tank, which sounds like a fucking oxymoron, they find a bunch of classified documents from when Joe Biden was the vice president. They turn those over to the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice comes in. They take it. Nobody says anything. Nobody says anything at all. And then like a week ago, it came out there that they did that. Like a week ago, right? Because I guess the DOJ was considering pressing charges against Joe Biden because, as vice president, he only has the ability to declassify things that he classified or someone underneath him in his role classified them, right? We don't actually know what these documents are, just to be clear. I have no idea. But they then found even more documents in his garage at his home, right? And they turned those in, okay? And apparently they found even more documents somewhere else in his garage. So it's like, dude, what the fuck were you doing? Okay? It's funny. It's just funny because, they were really going after Trump really fucking hard on having all of those documents. And when they found out the first story with Joe Biden, people on the left were kind of like, but what Trump did was worse because Trump wouldn't turn them over and Biden turned them over after illegally possessing them for like 7 years, right? Well, then they found more documents, and these documents were just out in his fucking garage, and people are like, guys, this is looking kind of bad, right? This is okay. Look, what Trump did is still worse. Okay, what Trump did is still worse.
Sure,
but yes, he shouldn't have been keeping those documents. But hey, look, he's forgetful. Maybe a staffer did it. Maybe. Well, now there's a third drop of documents. It's like, is there any willpower to keep fighting with people on this one? Like, this is actually funny at this. Dude, it's just hilarious. The first time I heard about it, I was like, look, it doesn't surprise me that they go after Trump for something that, one of theirs is doing, right? It doesn't surprise me. I get that. But then the second documents and then the third documents, and you're like, come the fuck on! What the fuck are you doing? Like, it's so fucking blatant at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to laugh if he's going to say, well, I was just doing research. I wanted to find out where Hoffa was buried or some stupid shit like that.
Well, no,
and they're totally going to go with it in the news articles.
Yeah, it's like Joe Biden in his
those
spare time
documents
was
are.
trying to solve a cold case. Like, he was trying to do something good.
Real quick. we don't know exactly what those documents are, but they're documents relating to China, Ukraine, the United Kingdom. All right, they're documents related to those 3 countries that were repossessed from Joe Biden's custody.
Oh,
So
that doesn't sound sus at all.
yeah, it kind of is like, okay, what the fuck, man? Because the thing is, when Joe Biden was not the vice president, all right, his son had all of these, foreign business dealings. And apparently his son also apparently owns the house. And his son had been making visits over to that house that is supposedly his father's. And, it's kind of like, look, did he have access to like classified documents to go overseas and make deals using his father's name? You can say it's a conspiracy theory. The problem is that all sort of fits, and you need like an actual explanation for why the guy had all this shit for like 6-7 years, especially when he was a private citizen for like a few of these years.
I mean, he did fly to China on Air Force too, so.
Yeah, I'm talking about like when he's not the vice president anymore, he keeps these documents. His son is still doing these business dealings overseas. And it's like, yeah, man, here's the problem. If he's using information from those documents to then go to China and do business dealings, like, yeah, I mean that's literally what they're accusing, or what they were saying Trump was doing, right? It's literally what they were saying Trump was doing, except Biden has so many more of them, and this is the 3rd batch they found. And unlike Trump, he wasn't the president, so if any of those documents are from outside of his purview and what he was doing as the vice president, he's broke, like he's literally broken federal law in a much more extreme way than they're trying to accuse Trump of doing.
Well,
again,
yeah, but they're not going to do anything about it.
Well, here's the problem: they're trying to do something about it with Trump. So it's like,
what they're not going to do with Biden. That's the thing. That's the thing. Even
that's,
what he
that's
did is
the question. That's the question. Are they going to completely ignore it and still go after Trump?
Yeah,
and
I think they are.
I don't think that they're going to be able to, because here's the problem. I mean, they can try, but even people on the left are going now. Why does he have all these documents? Why is this the 3rd batch of documents that they found? Are we going to have, does he have even more? And the Department of Justice appointed a special counsel to look into the matters. And the guy they appointed is apparently a Trump appointee. So people are like, is this an attempt to like completely oust Joe Biden so that they can get a new candidate to run in 2024?
I mean,
I don't think that. I mean, that doesn't seem.
Yeah, well, hold on. So you see this? This is
from
the
campaign video of him in his Corvette.
Video.
And
those are the documents.
Those
are the documents in this fucking campaign video.
Oh, come on, Crow. That's just normal garage clutter. Nothing nefarious there.
Dude, this is hilarious. This is fucking funny. Okay? The fucking secret classified documents. Okay, when they went and picked him up from Trump, okay, he had them in a safe at Mar-a-Lago, and they had to like bust the lock off of the safe in order to get the documents.
Yeah.
Biden's just got him sitting on the floor in his garage. I mean, come on.
I mean,
this is wrong.
I mean, come on, Crow. It's old. It's like old spy tradecraft. The best way how to hide something is to hide it in plain sight.
I mean,
wink,
look,
wink.
I get what you're saying, but like, come on. It's sitting right there. It's sitting right fucking there. It's not just in his campaign video. Apparently this motherfucker posted like a clip to Twitter. Okay. Yeah, this is from Joe Biden himself. There's been a lot of talk about my vetting process lately. Here's an inside look. There's the inside look. Again. even if you fucking hate Trump and despise him, like people on the left, I've seen like having to react to this are kind of like, what do we say now? Like, what are we supposed to do now? And yes, you can keep saying what Trump did is worse, but like, come on. This is very blatant. I think you're gonna have people though that are gonna go, look, let's go the easy way out. Let's throw Joe Biden under the bus and
put Kamala Harris in charge. Why not?
Yeah.
That will be better.
Well, look, to them it will be better than running Joe Biden again.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, yeah, she is less worse.
Okay,
Keyword less worse.
This is a clip from The View, and I want to play it because apparently, you know how they're always like accusing people on the right of being like conspiracy theorists and cultists and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. This bitch is about to go into this like conspiracy theory that it's the Republicans planting it all on Joe Biden.
You know what I think? I've never seen a luckier person than Donald Trump. Just as we're this close to getting him, but somehow these documents appear.
But here's the thing.
Okay, all right. Look,
I'm not gonna play the sound bad, but I'm just gonna say it.
Hold on. Here's a better conspiracy theory, Joy Behar. Fucking Hunter Biden is the only crackhead who hasn't died of a fentanyl overdose, even though he has direct dealings with China. You know, the mass supplier of fentanyl.
Okay, look, I'm looking at this, and this is what I meant about them like going after Trump. I don't think that they could actually prosecute Trump for it because, again, he as president, the way I guess it works is if he is talking to somebody about what's classified, he can declassify it. Because he's the president and, chief executive officer.
Yeah, he has the ability to do that.
Chief executive officer.
No, I mean, if he wants to tell you who killed Kennedy, he'll tell you. He can tell you, and he won't get
But he can. Look, here's the thing. He's a world leader. And if he's going to speak to the world leader in another country and they're negotiating or having a conversation, Trump cannot be limited to say, oh, that's classified. I can't speak about that with you. I need to go back and discuss it with these intelligence people who aren't elected, and they'll decide whether or not to declassify it. Like, it doesn't work that way. That's the problem. But, people hate Trump to the point where they're just going along with, because he says it's declassified doesn't mean it is. I mean, it literally does. It literally does. There's no signed documentation that Donald Trump has to do before something gets declassified.
I mean, just think when he was on the phone with Putin back when the airstrike was going after that, that air base over in Syria full of Russians. If he didn't tell him where the bombs were going to hit and get his personnel out of there to avoid Russian casualties, it would have been a bigger fucking problem on the world stage, because then Russia would have grounds to start making demands at the UN. And if that doesn't go through, he could outright declare war on NATO at that point.
So no, you're right. This is what I mean, though. He actually has that ability as the president. Now, for Joe Biden, he does have the ability to declassify things. It has to be something that he classified or that was classified with him being the supervisor, right? So if he's in charge of, during the Iraq War, he was in charge of things, right? So if somebody underneath him were to classify something, he can declassify it, right? Just like Donald Trump can, same exact way. But we don't know. We don't exactly know what all of these documents are because this is the third batch. And now the DOJ has appointed a special counsel to look into him.
Well, here's the thing. If it does involve Ukraine, I'm betting you it has to deal with that one guy he told to get rid of that prosecutor.
I mean, potentially. Again, my thing is the argument in favor of Joe Biden on that one is, the U.S. stance was to get rid of the prosecutor because the prosecutor wasn't doing what they wanted and was evil and corrupt. And, he wasn't going after the Burisma guy. The only issue with saying that is when the new prosecutor gets in, he not only doesn't go after the Burisma guy comes right back to the country. And when Trump comes into power, the Burisma guy flees immediately. So it's like, it really sounds like we wanted somebody that we controlled in that position, and we're gonna make sure that they only went after the people we wanted to go after, which was not the Burisma company, which was incredibly corrupt, and Joe Biden's son worked for. But again, it's not like you're ever gonna get a confession on it.
And I mean, that was all in like the oil business, correct?
It's a Ukraine energy company. But again, if I were to say all that, people would say, well, that's a conspiracy theory. And I'm like, well, at least there's like solid, like circumstantial evidence to support it. And you don't really have anything that refutes it outright other than, well, the U.S. government said so. Like, come on. Like, come on. That's not really an argument in favor of anything you are saying. Believe me, the U.S. government lies the most. But Joy Behar and The View are going to go full conspiracy theory mode and basically go like, these documents just magically appeared. It must have been Donald Trump, like Santa Claus. He climbed down the chimney and planted them under Joe Biden's Corvette. Like, it's just...
Yeah, Trump has the magic conch shell, and it fell right out of the sky.
But the documents that are in Joe Biden's garage were in his fucking campaign commercial. And in his... and, like, these are things that he uploaded to social media. It didn't come from Trump. It was Joe Biden the entire time.
Biden is wrong to have done this. He was in office.
Well, let's find out what this is first. Not, again.
Whoa. We can't rush to judgment? Come on. All right, I'm going to keep playing it. But you see what I mean? Now it's like, wait, guys, let's figure out what the documents actually are. This might not be a big deal. What do you mean?
And one of the things that gets me crazy is before we know, it's already been spun a specific way. I don't want to see that. I want to see someone explain to me, A, how it's possible that after all this time, nobody knew this. Because to me, if you're missing classified information.
She asked a good question. How did they not know that there were these missing, sealed, secret, super top secret documents missing for like 6 to 7 years? How did they not know? That's interesting. It's almost as if somebody did know and they were keeping them concealed. I don't know.
Compartmentalization. They don't want the story to get out there that there are missing documents in the National Archives.
Yeah, for 6 to 7 years.
I mean,
I don't mean to laugh, but in my house, if stuff is missing, I know it's missing.
Does it feel like Oppo research to you? Does it feel like the Republicans are behind it?
Okay, Whoopi, there's a big difference between your house and the National Archives. There's actually stuff of worth in the National Archives.
Well, no, look, I agree with what she's saying. I think that the National Archives probably knows documents are missing, but they don't know who took them. They don't know who has them. And they probably were not interested in going after the Obama administration. That's the most likely fucking scenario. So they did not make a big fuss about it, did not make a big stink about it. Maybe the documents were just, sure, they're classified intel, but I don't know, maybe they just kind of turned a blind eye. I don't know how they were missing for that long. And they were completely unaware.
Well,
Whoopi makes a decent point when she's like, hey, how did you not know these were missing? It's like, well, they probably did.
I mean, here's the thing, Crow. Like, I remember another story about involving like documents that were classified in the National Archive. And this has to deal with a Hillary Clinton staffer named Sandy Berger. He was also one of Bill Clinton's confidants, or well, not confidants, but one of his cabinet members during his administration, in which he went into the National Archives during like the September, what attacks, Commission and stole documents that had his handwritten notes on it, stuffed them into his socks, took them out, cut them up into pieces, and then tossed the pieces into a sewer. He got a slap on the wrist and had his credentials taken away for classified information, and he had to make a public speech about how he was such a naughty boy. So I'm guessing.
Wow.
So I'm guessing the same thing's going to happen with Joe Biden here, unless if they really want to get rid of him, then they're going to make it out to be like, this was tantamount to like, giving out secret military information to China for a weapons program of some sort.
I mean, like, look, I want, that's how I want to do a video just talking about it. But again, I this is what I mean about like people on the left are struggling with the reality of the situation, because you can't really blame Republicans. This is all from before Republicans had the House, right? This is not from any of their investigations. This is all Joe Biden. This is all under Joe Biden's government. And it's like, this is everything that they were just like madly going after Trump on. And now it's like, oh shit. I think more than anything, because here's the thing. The people that voted for Joe Biden don't like Joe Biden. They hate Donald Trump. They don't like Joe Biden. They thought that they had this like really premium opportunity to finally take out the orange man, like remove him from running, get him completely out of the way. He's done. He's destroyed. They win. They save the country. Fucking champagne toast all around. Well, okay. But then Joe Biden does this, right? Joe Biden does this. He took it away from them. He fucked them up. They fucked them over. Now they have to go after Joe Biden. They have to take him out because, well, one, if they don't, then they really can't go after Trump, okay? They can, but they can't. They need to do something about Joe Biden before they go after Trump. It's easier to just take Joe Biden out of the equation, take the old, frail white guy out of the equation, and look, get Kamala Harris. She's already the vice president. Yeah, she can't win in a fucking primary, but that doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure people were going to predict that anyway.
Yeah, she's everything that they want. Okay? Kamala Harris is a fucking brain dead bitch.
And I'm pretty sure she might actually be racist.
Well, look, no, she's a complete authoritarian. This is a woman who has used the powers of her office to completely go after the people. Like when she was the attorney general in California. Well, actually, sorry. Before that, I can't remember. It was either when she had the office in San Francisco,
where she was the DA.
Where she was the DA, or it was when she became attorney general for the state. But she threatened to prosecute parents if children didn't go to school. And then she's like giving this speech, and during the speech, she starts telling people about how she did that in order to force attendance up. And she was like, and people in my office got really uncomfortable about it. And then she just starts cackling. And it's like, yeah, they got uncomfortable because what you were doing was highly fucking illegal.
Not to mention the people she kept locked up after the release date.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to know what the reason was for that?
Jail labor?
Yeah. Basically to fight forest fires.
Labor. Yep. Because in California, they used the prisoners to fight forest fires, which in a way, like, I mean, if you think about it,
that's a death sentence.
In many ways, it completely is. But Kamala Harris, it wasn't about just the forest fires. The prison labor is extremely cheap, and they get a bunch of money. The prisons, like, the prisons want the prisoners to stay in prison. So Kamala Harris was fighting to keep people past their release dates because the prisons needed the labor. That was a fucking argument that she made in court. So that's Kamala Harris. All right. She's so despicable and unlikable that she couldn't even they exiled Tulsi Gabbard because Tulsi Gabbard
Actually made sense. And cut
yeah,
out the
she
BS.
makes too much sense for them. So they
And cut
exiled
out the
Tulsi
BS,
Gabbard.
basically.
But the problem is Tulsi Gabbard even is able to get more people to vote for her than Kamala Harris was in their primaries. So
the problem is they just didn't want to give her the publicity for it.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing: the DNC already knew who their preferred candidates were. So
to be honest, I would have preferred her as VP over anyone else they tried to go for.
I mean,
well, yeah, but
not to mention
Tulsi Gabbard runs her mouth too much. They need somebody who's going to keep their mouth shut and only do what they're told.
True, but I mean, her start in politics was to suck off a Brown Willie.
Yeah,
I mean, suck up to Willie Brown. My bad.
No. She literally did suck him off. So she got her and Willie Brown is openly honest about it. And Kamala Harris used to tell people, and now she doesn't anymore. But Kamala Harris was working in Willie Brown's office as like a secretary or an aide, not an appointee, not an elected official. She's just working in his office. And then they're working in his office really late at night. Well, Willie Brown's wife waits at home. And she continues to do this. And then all of a sudden, Willie Brown gives her a special appointment. And then from there, her legal her career just kept taking off. So no shit. She got into political power by fucking a dude.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Crow.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know we're about hour 36 minutes in. I'm just letting you know just in case if we.
Just making sure. No, I don't need you like correcting me or telling me what to do.
I'm just saying you want to.
I'm just saying.
People want to get to the tipster stuff eventually.
Well, I was telling people what the stories were for tomorrow, and we.
Yeah, but I think if we drag it on, we'll be here longer.
We spent so much time on the Joe Biden thing. Maybe I shouldn't do a video on it.
Probably.
I mean, we spent so much time talking about it.
Yeah, we got like a good, at least a good 20 minutes in there.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I am base. Thank you. Okay, but seriously, I need to get the GG. Can you put your video in the private chat?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Thank you. Okay, listen.
Oh, let's not forget that.
Listen, he was interrupting at the worst time when I was talking.
Well, to be fair.
When I was talking!
Well, you told me to interrupt regardless. You told me to do that regardless last stream.
Interrupt with something that makes sense.
Well, it does make sense. We're not getting to the main topic of the stream that's in the title.
Well, look, we talked about Tipster and IBB tonight, and
yeah, we did, but we're not talking. But we were not talking about.
I never told anybody what the subject of tonight's stream was. There's nothing in the description, and IBB's photo is in the thumbnail. So technically, IBB could be Tipster's Afterbirth-Day. Afterbirth-Day. You don't need to rant at him. Yes, I do. I need to rant at anyone who challenges me, especially Vic. Because here's the thing: if Vic starts thinking it's okay to challenge me, oh boy, pretty soon I'm gonna have to put his ass down.
Is that a threat?
Okay, it's in the private chat.
Wait, hold on. Oh no, I was gonna show you guys something. Harvard offers course about healthcare for LGBTQIA+ infants. How do you have a gay baby? I'm not being a dick. How do you have a gay baby? Like being gay is a sexuality. How is a baby gay?
Unless you're talking about giving babies for like gay couples.
No. I'm talking about the baby being gay. It says LGBTQIA+ infants. How is the baby gay?
If they're Stewie Griffin.
Okay, but no, we're being real. This is Harvard. Nobody has an answer on this because I'm being dead serious. This is a thing that people are saying. Does nobody know? Really? Oh my god. This is disturbing. This is really disturbing. Look at this. Transgender infants. Harvard Medical School offers course about healthcare for LGBTQIA plus infants with curriculum offering lessons in areas including OBGYN, pediatrics, and plastic surgery. Plastic surgery for an infant. Dude, come, guys, really, come on. Plastic surgery for a gay baby. What is this?
Hold on. If they're gay, why do they need plastic surgery?
I don't know. This isn't saying for trans babies. This is literally saying LGBTQIA plus infants. Why would a gay baby need fucking plastic surgery? And don't tell me, well, babies sometimes will get into like horrific accidents and need plastic surgery. Okay, that's completely different. This is specific course for gay babies.
I mean, unless if it's a brisk on a rye, I don't see why we need plastic surgery for babies.
Okay. Like I wasn't making that up. You saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it. I got distracted by this. Wait, hold on. I already watched this. We're playing the new video. Where's part 2? Where's part 2?
Oh wait. Yeah, I didn't get that one out because of all the shit that was going on this previous week. I thought you wanted part 1 for tonight.
No, I wanted part 2 for tonight.
Okay, well, I don't have part 2 ready.
Oh, you ruined the Afterbirth-Day stream.
Well, I mean, it is it is Tipster after all, but like, come on. He is Yeah, that's a perfect picture of the afterbirth right there with his laptop.
No. This is Repsion's girlfriend, boyfriend, something. There we go. A microphone like it's a giant dick. Well, I think, you know what? I don't care because IBB is Tipster's Afterbirth. It all works out. It all worked out.
Yeah, it did.
Talk about Biden. Fuck you, Sen.
Talk about Biden.
Okay. Look. Hold on. I'm going to do a video on the trans babies thing because I don't understand how you can have a gay baby. Like, I'm being serious. Like, lesbian, gay, bisexual is a sexuality. Okay. You cannot say a baby like, and you can even say that like saying that it's a straight baby is wrong too, because a baby should have no sexuality, right? It's a fucking baby. Like what the fuck is this? Like I swear, like the medical field, I think that people are right. Okay, when they say this is why Vic shouldn't tell you what to do, Crow. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Also, Sen, where are you?
But you're really gonna listen to a guy who's always fake as shit.
Yes. But also, look, I'm being serious. Like, this isn't me being based or anything. This isn't me hating the gays or anything because I'm Muslim. This is me asking the serious question: how do you assign sexuality to an infant? You cannot do that.
Well, they've already claimed that there's implicit bias when it comes to race and babies.
There's a whole article here, and I'm going to read through it, but my goodness, this is evil. Like, this is actually evil. Okay. There's 2 other stories for tomorrow's videos. And the thing is, I'm enjoying uploading the videos. Like, I really am. I'm having so much fun doing it. But let's see. Which one? Okay, here we go. Bookbinder 23 removes J.K. Rowling's name from Harry Potter novels amid furor over authors' transphobia and replaces them with new covers, which are sold for £140 each. So, if you get a hardcover for Harry Potter. This guy will sell you a 140-pound book cover that just removes J.K. Rowling's name from the book. I mean, it's a hell of a fucking grift. You gotta admit.
Okay. Like
he's sold 30 of these for 140 pounds. Bro, like that's not bad money at all. That's not bad. He made a few grand off of 30 fucking book covers. This guy's made a few fucking $1,000. That's impressive. That's impressive. Like, you have to admit, that's impressive. Also, Vic, I'm muting you. You got a TV on in the background. I can hear it. Wait, Vic just got owned again? No, Vic didn't get owned again. His mic's just too loud. But yeah, so I looked at this and I'm like, how do you sell fucking book covers for 140 pounds? So like US money, I'm terrible with the conversion, but it's still over $100. Book covers, fucking book covers for over $100 fucking dollars.
I really can't tell you. I mean, unless if he's like splicing the pages into the new hardcover, I just don't see it.
No, look, what I like is Bookbinder said the project was to create a safe space for Harry Potter fans. And I'm like, no, it wasn't, you little fucking liar. You just wanted to make a fucking quick buck. And again, don't hate the player, hate the game. This guy knows exactly what he's fucking doing. And you know what? Good for him or her. I don't know. Lore could be a boy's name or a girl's name. Him or her, you did an amazing job. Or they, them. Him, her, they, them, it. Him. Okay, hold on. I can do this. Him, okay. It, they, him, her. All right? Being as inclusive as I can. One of those. And if you say you're none of those, then no, I'm not doing that. What is it? It's a book cover. It's just a book cover. That's it. It's just a book cover. It's a book cover that you put over your fucking book. And it's $140 so you can have a safe space from J.K. Rowling as you read her fucking book.
I mean, honestly, I'd pay 140 euros just to get rid of all mentions and plot relevance to Hermione.
Wait, you mean the black girl?
Whichever one.
Hermione is black, according to J.K. Rowling. She always intended
and she's a ginger.
She always intended for Hermione to be black.
That boat don't float.
That's the boat she put out into the ocean, though.
Well, it's just like the Titanic. It's going down.
Okay, so all right, the other story, and I was gonna do a video on it for today, but I just kind of like lost track. So this is the Twitter account for Diamond and Silk. I really don't know who these two are. I guess they're like two black ladies, big Donald Trump supporters. I think they've been on Fox News. I think. Anyways, one of them died. And they died like 2 days ago. I think Trump was the one that actually announced that she passed away. And the response from people was basically to start celebrating the fact that she died.
I mean, who wouldn't at this point? Like, we're surrounded by a bunch of demented fucks to begin with.
Well, the guy that's celebrating it is a fucking pastor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Bishop Talbert Swan, pastor, prelate, activist, author, radio host, chaplain.
Pedophile on the side with that mustache.
I mean, look, he goes, Lynette Hardaway, a.k.a. Diamond, from the MAGA Trump supporting duo, Diamond and Silk, died from contracting what she called a hoax, better known as COVID-19. The irony is palpable. Now, first off, he got a fact check because there was no announcement of why she passed away, right? all Trump said on social media was, you know, she passed away in the hospital. She was with her sister at the time. That was it. That was the only news. This dude, who's a pastor, okay, goes out and starts laughing and saying, "Ha, she died of COVID." Like, these people fucking, they're evil. Okay, there's another one. I'm not going to go look up the tweet, but like, they're fucking evil. It like, you're not, like, celebrating someone's death is wrong. Okay, you shouldn't be celebrating someone's death. If they're a really bad person, like a pedophile or something, dude, I get that, right? This is, I hate her because she liked Donald Trump. And so you're going to laugh at her death and then go out and lie to people so that they can go mock her, right? Like, that's just fucked up. No, I get it's the world we live in, but here's the thing. Do you think that if fucking Bernie Sanders died and people started laughing about it, that these same individuals wouldn't act fucking outraged? No, look, I'm just saying, it's pretty clear that you can treat minorities on the right like they are trash. Okay, it's clear that you can treat them like pure fucking dirt. You can say the most racist shit about them. You can call them mentally fucking impaired openly on camera. You can say that they are tokens. You can call them Uncle Toms, fucking Oreo. You can say all of that to them. And then when they die, you can go to social media and laugh and piss on their grave. And I'm going like, this is, I get it's the world we fucking live in, but at the exact same time, there's no reason to accept that.
I mean, even when I used to be a lefty, I mean, I never really thought of just like dehumanizing someone just because of their skin color if they disagreed with me politically. Like, that's how fucking crazy this has gotten.
And this is a pastor, okay? None of you outraged whatever. White people. White people? Is that what he's trying to do? Is that the cute thing that they do now, I think?
How do you write it?
WYPIPO.
Oh.
Okay, and
I think he's trying to do phonetic spelling, like how it sounds.
I mean, I guess
like podunk.
I mean, it just sounds fucking whatever. Like, whatever, it doesn't matter. But anyways, none of you outraged white people in my mentions would give a rodent's derriere if Diamond wasn't shucking and jiving, apologizing for white supremacy. So again, she's just a dumb house Negro who died because of something she called a hoax, right? This dude is so twisted and hateful, like twisted and fucking hateful. Nah, I completely disagree. You can't tax the church, but this is disgusting. It's fucking hateful. And he feels completely justified in it. So yeah, I was talking with somebody about like when can the left and the right realize that, you know, dialogue and discourse is over. And I'm like, bro, like, just look around you. Right? Look at how fucking twisted people are right now. And again, I think that the left is the one that's driving it. I think that they are the ones that are driving it because at first, okay, and up until maybe like 1 to 2 years ago, when Obama was president, okay, people like to say that the right went after him unfairly, and that the most controversial thing that happened during Obama's presidency is he wore a tan suit. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like when Biden was, when Biden was his vice president, when Obama was president,
I don't even remember him wearing a tan suit.
Well,
so what the fuck are they talking about?
He wore a tan suit one time, And there was a Fox News segment of I don't know if it was the Hannity guy or one of them, but they were bitching about the suit that he was wearing, and it's a really stupid thing. But they like to claim that that was the only thing that he ever did that was controversial, and I'm like, under Obama, the IRS was weaponized by the Obama admin specifically to go after conservatives.
I mean, Operation Fast and Furious ended up getting Fed killed.
The Fast and Furious scandal, where we were like loading weapons into the hands of Mexican cartels, and then we lost track of the weapons that we gave them.
I mean,
that was Obama too.
Extrajudicial, like assassinating 4 U.S. citizens in drone strikes, and then saying the kid should have had a better father.
Yeah, they called it. You also had the Libya thing, right? So
yeah.
Obama goes into Libya, right, to kill this terrible oppressor, and they have a fucking slave trade there now. Libya was a functioning fucking country with a functioning fucking government. Now there are slaves in Libya. That was Obama too. He was called the porter in chief because, dude, like the stuff that they say about Trump, like 100% Obama was just doing it and not being criticized for it. The pictures of the kids in cages, that was Obama, right? I'm not going to sit there and say Trump didn't use them too, but like it was Obama doing that. But this is what I mean, right? When Obama did things and was criticized for doing those things, I mean, they just accuse you of being a racist, right? They just accuse you of being a racist. Then we have them behaving like this. This isn't even the only example. I talked about it recently. Larry Elder, okay? Larry Elder's a really fucking smart dude, but he's black and he's conservative. And he has a reason why he is that way. He runs for governor of California against Gavin Newsom, right? It's a long shot, but he chose to run. He puts himself out there, and this white fucking liberal, as her friends are like throwing things in his face, this white bitch puts a gorilla mask on and starts chasing him down the street. Totally okay. No condemnation. So I'm not kidding. Hold on.
You gotta get me the fucking story on that, because
Larry Elder is a conservative talk show host, and like he's been doing radio for a long time. Now he has a YouTube channel, and he's been around with other people. But he was walking down the street in California when he ran for governor. Okay. I'm going to pull up the news article so you can see it. And you can just see her. They're like throwing eggs at him as this bitch is wearing a gorilla mask. Protester wearing gorilla mask throws egg at recall candidate Larry Elder. So it's recall election.
The California recall race really...
Do you see her? Pink hair, gorilla mask.
I thought the gorilla had pink hair.
I mean, probably is. I think she specifically got a pink-haired gorilla mask. And
heats up. A protester threw an egg at Republican candidate Larry Elder today as he walked in Venice. It forced
She's got shit aim.
Short as security quickly whisked him away.
So, again, do you know what would happen if there was a black candidate walking down the street and some white bitch wearing a gorilla mask shows up and starts chucking eggs at him? Like there would be no end to how this was Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he's made black people the target. Donald Trump has encouraged white supremacy, and now people are racially assaulting black candidates. But when they do it, like, fucking ignore it. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it, guys. When you don't call things out, when you allow people to do shit like this, when you don't condemn it, when you don't even acknowledge that it's fucking happening, well, then, of course, people are going to be encouraged to engage in that behavior because, A, it's effective, right? It is effective. It went viral. People saw you doing it. And B, you're not going to be punished for it. So really, it's a win fucking win with no consequences. So
the whole thing is like the left has had like a history of doing this shit. I don't know if
no aim assist.
No aim assist. But
that takes me back to Black Ops 2.
Dude, I know you're pretty much the same age as me, Crow, but back during like Poppy Bush's campaign for the White House, you know what some leftists actually did back then?
What they do?
They went to one of his campaign rallies, or not? Was it a campaign rally or was it just a regular one? I forget which, but they went there and dressed in Klan robes and were saying like, "Hail our leader" and shit like that to him.
Fuck. I want to talk about that whole Diamond Silk thing because look, I remember I think I saw a YouTube video that had them in it and I like stopped halfway through it and it was only 2 minutes long. And I was like, I just couldn't. They're too high energy for me. But look, this is what they believe in. If you wanted to have an honest conversation with why they believed what they did, I'm sure that they would fucking tell you, or she would have told you. Instead, they sit there, they call them tokens, they call them fucking props, they insult them on every fucking level, insult their mental capacity, treat them as if they lack all agency, or as if they're so fucking greedy that they're willing to sell out their own kind. And then because they've already portrayed them as being like the worst of the fucking worst, then they can just like piss on their fucking graves when they die, celebrate their deaths. Like, I don't know how to say this, but it's not like these Diamond and Silk ladies were like super big, well-known people either. But you can't help taking a shot. They're black conservatives. Even when they're dead, you got to keep making sure that you keep putting nails into their coffin. Like I'm just it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't. And I'm sad that it doesn't surprise me. I'm not kidding. I am sad that when I look at a situation like this, I'm just like, yeah, that's exactly how that works. That's exactly how that fucking works.
When I hear this, when I can hear more and more stories about this, it makes me think back to like literally, 2 years ago actually, was that repost Gina Carano got fired over, and it's like the more and more I hear this, it's more and more it's not entirely wrong. It seems more and more right, but as months go by, and I hear more ridiculous story about this. Like, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I get exactly
you of what they're guilty of.
No, 100%. These people, like when they accuse people of being anti-Semites, right? I was watching this clip, and it was the Dennis Prager guy talking with Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian, right? And they're having this conversation. First, it's with Anna, then it's with Cenk, and it's on TYT's network. TYT is editing the video. And you can tell because if you watch it, you can see that there are parts that have been clipped out. So it's not the full unedited thing. And TYT is basically just pulling up videos and clips of Dennis Prager to put him on the spot to get him to react to it. Well, they got into the conversation of Israel and the Palestinian people, and like 4 or 5 times, Cenk Uygur goes into this insane fucking rant about how Dennis Prager, right, the American Jew, will not let the Palestinian people be free. And it's like...
Free to do what, Cenk? Free to do what?
Hold on. The problem is, Dennis Prager is not from fucking Israel, okay? Dennis Prager is not Israeli. He's just a Jew in America. And so fucking Cenk is talking to him and ranting at him like he's directly responsible for what's going on with the Palestinian people. And I'm listening to it, and don't get me wrong, like I've heard this rhetoric in mosque and everything, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, dude, Cenk is 100% believing that all Jews control the fucking world, and Dennis Prager is one of those Jews. Like, no joke. You have to listen. You have to fucking listen to that fucking thing. And here's Cenk left
I've
it in his
listened to
fucking
it.
edited video. Yeah, you heard him, right?
Yes,
He's
it
just
was
going
practically
off.
insane. He was acting like fucking Dennis Prager was like, I don't know, the American branch director of Mossad or whatever.
Yes, yes.
He was
Oh
like
my God, I was like
accusing him
listening
of
to it, I was
war
like, bro,
crimes and
he's
shit.
not fucking Israeli. Like, can you imagine yelling at an Israeli citizen that way for what the Israeli government's doing? Okay,
They probably put
that
you
would
in
be
a,
absurd.
They
That would
probably
be
put you in a
absurd.
headlock, Cenk.
That would be fucking absurd. This motherfucker, right, is yelling at an American Jew that way, and I'm like, God damn, dude, God damn. He's like, this is Netanyahu's advisor, Dennis Prager. Fucking Christ, it's actually, dude. It was
Bibi
funny,
Netanyahu.
dude. I when you said Bibi Netanyahu, I was just thinking about the fucking Kanye clip with the fucking Yoo-hoo bottle.
Yeah, that was actually one of the nicknames I had for him, was like BB Netanyahu. Because here's the thing, like for the past 30 years, he's had this Wile E. Coyote diagram of how close the Iranians are getting to a bomb, a nuclear bomb, and we must act. Like 20 years later, it's the same speech, same diagram, same numbers. They are this close to getting a nuclear bomb. And I'm like,
Okay, all right, guys. I've got to end the stream tonight. I'm glad we all had fun. It was less about Tipster and more about IBB.
well, I mean, IBB is Tipster's successor.
Yeah, but I need to get these videos recorded and then get to sleep, and I've got to record all of them right now. So I do appreciate it. I wanted to say, because here's the thing. We stagnated in growth, okay? And that's all my fault, because I was uploading nothing, and I was doing like 1 or 2 streams a week, okay? That's all on me, and because of that, we completely stagnated in growth. When we would gain like 1 sub, we'd lose 5, gain a couple more, maybe 2 more than that, lose another couple, and it was just sitting where it was. But after uploading the videos for the past, making sure I took this off the screen, after actually doing the uploads onto the channel for the past week or so, we gained like 41 subscribers, and it was really nice to see. And I'm looking at my YouTube page, and the videos are being monetized now. So I don't know, something changed with YouTube's algorithm. I think that like the new rules work really well for me, because I'm allowed to swear in my videos and still be monetized. I just cannot swear at the very beginning.
Yeah, that's a new rule.
Oh, look who finally decided to show up.
No,
Sen showed up as soon as we're
Is that why everyone's saying damn or whatever? And somebody's like,
Yeah.
good night, Crow. What did you say? I just got here.
I said I said I was going to be ending the stream so I could record
great.
my videos. Yeah. What did you want to say?
I brought a couple things because you missed a couple things, Crow. Since it was a tipster S stream, right? I brought this that I just found. It was like something about Tipster and AP and stuff. It's a clip that this guy took. He wrote a couple statements on it too. Also, I had to ask you like a couple things that I don't know if you addressed. I think you did. Vic told me you did, but like I wasn't there for it. So like the whole Lofty Pixel versus Flash thing, that was awkward as fuck. What happened
my
there?
God. Okay, so yeah, let me explain this, because I wasn't there for it. I heard about it. I saw them talking about it, and I've seen the clip on YouTube, which is like 20 minutes long, and it annoyed the fuck out of me because, you know, Lofty keeps screaming, let me speak, I can't even talk. I'm like, dude, fucking shut up, right? Shut up. It's like flamenco spurging, right?
Yeah.
But like Lofty was not that bad. Okay, it was getting annoying.
Okay, so you got like, you're obviously Team Flash. Whose team are you on, Vic? Who do you think won that exchange between Lofty and Flash?
I'm personally more Flash because basically, yeah, what Lofty did was basically
Lofty kept shouting out
F slurs.
But he kept saying faggot over and over and over again, and this was before the 2-hour mark, right? So Flash is starting to freak out because he's like, "Hey, you're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get my fucking channel in trouble," and Lofty kept doing it. Lofty also like heavily, like in the most based way fucking possible, went after Islam, and Flash has already seen people get shut down for doing that, and get shut down for, you know, saying faggot on stream before the 2-hour mark and it starts to flag, right? So Flash is telling him to shut up, and Lofty is getting pissed off, and he's shouting at him even more, and so he just got fucking booted.
I saw like, apparently, because Flash was commenting on this in the same clip. This is the clip I'm talking about, by the way. I don't know if you got. Hold on, I'll put it in the private chat. It's this one.
Yeah, I see the spawn dial thing that you wanted me.
No. I'm talking about the Flash Lofty thing right now. So this is the clip I saw. It's a 20-minute segment from the Flash thing, right?
Yeah. This is the same one I watched.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm looking at like the commenters. A lot of the commenters and like a lot of the people apparently in Flash's chat were like not on Flash's side, and that made it even more awkward for me because I'm like, oh shit, because they were like, oh, Flash is drunk, or like this is the first time I've seen Flash look vaccinated and like shit like that, and I'm like, damn. Like they're really
Flash criticized Jordan Peterson, and his audience didn't like it because his audience likes Jordan Peterson.
It's weird though, because the way this whole thing started was like, it seemed like it started because Lofty was saying something about Flash's demographic of like viewers or something, and Flash was like, well, I can check my demographic, Lofty, and stuff like that. I think that's how it started, and then it proceeded on to be like about Lofty just yelling all the time and like just saying the F slur a bunch of times.
I'm gonna
have to rebrand it after this for sure.
Dude, are you done? You know, after 2 hours, nobody gives a fuck, right? Nobody gives a fuck if I say
Flash. I'm gonna kick
fucking
you off. All right, you're gone, dude. I'm not letting you off for the rest of the night, dude. You just did it again.
Oh my god!
You're done, dude.
He got him off right
I'm pretty
there.
sure it's 3 hours because that's when Gigi said that.
Oh, it was 3 hours. Okay.
I don't know if it's 2 or 3, but
like, dude,
he's in the pinned comment. If you scroll down, Crow.
Oh no, I saw it.
What does he say?
Lofty was endangering my channel. Flash said faggot and fuck Islam 5 times in this clip. Anyone watching Flashcast knows that none of those words are bannable. Anna has called me a faggot during debates. Nick says the word all the time. I have said it many times before. It's not against TOS to say the word Islam. Accusing me of trying to get his channel taken down for saying you're not allowed to criticize Islam is absolutely weird. Thanks for the support. Okay, I gotta hear it. I'm not kidding. I didn't even get to this part in the video because this part here at the start where they're just shouting at each other is annoying as fuck to listen to.
You did it again after what I said. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? God damn, dude.
Oh my god! I just want to talk about the fucking topic.
Christ,
no,
it doesn't matter.
F-bombs. He keeps dropping F-bombs after I told him to stop.
I didn't remember.
I remember that whole altercation too, even when I was drunk.
I will say this. I'm pretty sure Yellow Flash is wasted right now in this clip.
No, they're all wasted. I was wasted watching it, except for Rini. She's probably the least wasted.
Yeah, no. She's like, I just want to talk about the topic. Yeah. I've been there.
I kind of felt bad for her. I just sent super chats drunk as shit, just complimenting her.
There is a comment I saw
Because I'm
here
way
where
too drunk to-
they were like, oh, I saw this coming because anytime, well, you've been around, Crow, so maybe you can say whether or not this is true or not. But they were like, anytime Lofty would come on, he would just be that guy that you would just shit on, and like Flash would just shit on him all the time, and fucking pick him out and pick on him and shit. And he
pretty
was
much.
basically the comic relief character. And well, they were theorizing that, well, it was bound to happen because Lofty was gonna get fed up with this shit eventually.
Look, I would say that some of that's pretty true, right?
Yeah. I mean, and look what happened. It did happen though.
Look, because Lofty was the guy who would come on and he would have these absurdly stupid hot takes on certain things that they had been ripping on. And he would always say things like, "Oh, you can't really say that until it comes out," with like Lord of the Rings and everything. But it then led to any time that they would talk about literally any TV show or any movie or any game, people would jump in and start bringing up Lofty liking Lord of the Rings, or Lofty liking this show, or Lofty liking this movie, and how
the
he
most
has really
infamous
terrible
one.
takes.
Yeah, the most infamous one being Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, look, what I played Multiverse of Madness and I liked it, but then I stopped
didn't mind
playing
it. I mean,
I liked it at first because some of it's pretty fun, but after a certain while, it just gets repetitive and boring.
I'm talking about Doctor Strange too, right? Not multiverses.
No, I'm talking about the video game.
Oh, there's a video game?
No, I'm talking about the game Multiverses. Yes, I am.
God damn
Sorry,
it, Frank.
I was just fucking with you, dude.
So since this came out, I'm seeing more anti-Lofty comments where they're like, Lofty's fucking annoying. But some of them are like, maybe Flash Cast will be more enjoyable without him now, but Flash isn't any better these days. So
look, Lofty.
You spend more time with him. I have no idea.
Yeah, here's the
who
thing.
this guy is.
In real life,
I don't hate Lofty, and I've hung out with him and everything.
Yeah, we both hung out with him. He seems like a pretty chill dude.
I get why him and Flash are like oil and water though, and I'm like in the middle ground because there are times when I actually have kind of fun like talking with Lofty, but when it comes to talking about like certain media and everything, Lofty will put out a hot take and then say, I can take all the heat, and then start pissing on anybody that challenges him. And then more people come in, and Lofty just at a certain point has enough and starts screaming at people.
That didn't help his case.
Seen that,
like,
but the thing
like
is, I
actual
saw that.
screaming? Like
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I'm not saying that that's where it starts. I'm just saying that, okay, so like with Lord of the Rings, he puts out the hot take, and people are challenging him. And look, it was a terrible fucking show, but people are challenging him, and he's like, I can take it. I can take all of this shit. And like they'll say a reason why the show is bad, and Lofty will turn around and attack them. Right? Like in the same fucking manner where it's like, oh, well, you just don't understand. Well, you're just not a fan of the show. Oh, have you even read the books? Like he'll start getting like that. And then they'll be like, yes, I fucking have. And because it gets annoying. So then Lofty will turn around after doing it to enough people and watching the entire chat turn on him. And he'll get angry. And then he'll start fucking talking shit. And then it stops becoming about the fucking thing that they're talking about, and it starts becoming a little bit more personal. And it's like, it gets annoying, and you don't want to fucking be there for it. And I've sat in the chat listening to it go on for way too fucking long sometimes. So like, I get it. I get it. The thing is, I also understand where Flash is coming from, because if he's completely wasted and he doesn't even seem to realize what time it is. Like, I get it, but if he's telling Lofty, hey, shut up because you're going to put my challenge at jeopardy, and Lofty's like, faggot, 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 and you just keep saying
that's where you, at the point where you're asking to get that ass banned.
Yeah, it's not even like, I think it's not even like whether or not you can get banned, because I mean, that is a probability and stuff, but it's like, I think what Flash was thinking was like, give me respect on my channel, I'm having you on, right?
Yeah, I think that was it too.
You're not
Yeah.
like showing me respect for having you for like, you know, having you on my channel, and I'm just letting you say words that may get me off, right? And like, yeah. So
Yeah, I mean that is to be like a fair point though.
Well,
like
look,
if
at the end
Flash
of the day,
says the
it
word,
is his channel, right?
yeah,
It's
like
his
if
channel,
they
it's
want
his
to get him on
audience.
hypocrisy or be like, well, Flash, you do it all the time, but it's like, yeah, but that'll be his, like that's by his hand, you know, that'll be his fault. But it's not like, you know, in this case, it's like you're bringing in another party into like your home in a sense and shit, a very profitable home and shit. And you don't want to, like, you're already risking, you know, jeopardizing getting it taken down. So it's like you don't want to get your channel taken down because of another person that's just being a dick at the time, right?
Oh no, no. Look, I completely I completely agree with that. I get why. Like, and the thing is, if you don't like what Flash is saying about how he's running his stream, like, you don't start fucking pissing back on him during the live stream. Like, save it for afterwards. Have a fucking conversation with the guy. He'll probably tell you to fuck off because it's his show. But at the same time, at least then you're not trying to drag it out into the fucking public, and it's not a good fucking look on anybody in that case. But that's what I mean, though.
Well, I'm
Lofty was
sure
told
the
by
chat.
Flash.
I'm sure the chat loved it.
well, yes, yes, and
They
no.
love
I
that kind of
didn't like
stuff.
it.
Yeah, because here's the thing. At a certain point, it is uncomfortable because, like, you don't want to see someone get like tossed out.
I thought it was
They've been
awkward as
watching.
hell, man. I was like, "Whoa, is this real?"
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I thought it
like,
was
it was
staged for a
legit.
second. Yeah, I thought it was staged for a second. I was like, "Is this
No,
real?"
it's not
It went
staged.
from, like, 0
Anything
to
was
100,
lofty
like,
is
really
not staged.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it goes from like 0 to 100 really quick. I just say, like, I get it. If it's Yellow Flash's show, he says not to fucking do something, so you just keep doing it, and you know the guy is drunk, so it's not like you can play it off as like a fucking joke because you're drunk too, and now you're fighting. Like, man, at a certain point, I get annoyed too. Like, I would get annoyed too. I'd probably have a little bit more patience for Lofty because, again, like the stuff that actually gets me really pissed off with people is a little bit different than what it is with Flash. But I would get fucking annoyed with him too, because I remember when he was on the channel and we were talking about Lord of the Rings, like, he was starting to piss me off because I was like, there would be times when he would just start shouting over me. Oh, so you haven't even read the books. You don't even know. You don't even know. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to make a fucking point. Stop interrupting me. It gets annoying. It does get annoying.
I think your level of patience, though, because of like, you know, how you've lived your entire life and stuff, is pretty high compared to the average person, right? Because like I know somebody who has to deal with like annoying. For example, like you had Dean and you put up with him for like the longest time. I know somebody that has an annoying relative too, and they have like amazing patience, and I didn't have to deal with that because I don't feel like dealing with it. So it's like, you know, I was just like, yeah, you have godly patience compared to me. I would just get rid of that immediately. But,
I understand the desire to just like get rid of shit that starts to bother you. And the thing is, I get that from Yellow Flash when he's talking to fucking Lofty, right? I can see it. You can hear it in his voice. You can tell by, you know, how quickly he's trying to shift through a topic.
Yeah, it's probably like the frustration that's built up.
Yeah, I think that's probably it too. Because again, I think that what happened there is, you know, he's drinking. He's hearing him say it, and yeah, maybe maybe Flash is wrong to think that it will get his channel shut down. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's his show. He's telling you to knock it off, and you're like, I ain't gonna do that, faggot. It's like, come on. It's like, come on. Knock it the fuck off. What is wrong with
At
you?
this point, you're asking for an actual bar fight.
Yeah, it's like you're coming into
right.
somebody's house and just pissing all over. He's like,
To
stop
be honest,
pissing.
I can
Keeps
imagine that
pissing.
being animated, like a huge fantasy fight with Flash and Lofty in the bar.
I'm sure somebody could do that. Like do a little like animation, and it's just like Yellow Flash and Lofty from this call.
To be honest, I haven't.
I'm sure Lofty could do it.
Maybe, but
maybe.
I don't think. he would
GG,
be
who are you
bothered.
taking in this? Who are you siding with, Lofty or Yellow Flash?
That's a tough one, actually. I mean, I can understand if Lofty was doing it for a troll, and I can understand why Flash would not want that shit to, come to fuck him over.
But
But
he wasn't being it for a troll. That's the issue. I don't
He's
think
yeah, he's
Lofty
not
ever does that.
trolling.
Like, he was
Yeah,
actually
Lofty never
He's just being
trolls.
annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna keep it playing because he does get brought back into the stream.
Okay.
Doesn't listen.
In my
I
brain.
told him to stop. Stop dropping F bombs.
How much? Hold on. This
Flash
this
L.
line-
I told him to stop.
Look
Several
at this.
times.
How
I
many
told him
years
to
have I-
stop. I told him to stop. Dropping F-bombs.
Drunk Flash can be funny.
On my channel.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Oh, let it. I'm never gonna
Here,
forget
here.
my very first encounter with Flash for that reason.
I'm gonna go right here, okay, and then I'm gonna hit play.
Because I've said stop saying bundle the sticks on my fucking channel. You're already disrespectfully saying
Yeah,
that
he's
enough.
drunk.
You said it before. In fact, you've gotten strikes on my
He's
shit
slurring
before,
his words.
saying shit. So stop saying shit on my channel. You're almost a liability now at this point.
Flash, I'm not going to say anything.
Dan proceeds to say something.
Hello. Hello.
No, you've gotten channels that are affiliated
Flash?
with me strikes.
Can I speak without?
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. Flash is really drunk. I don't know if that's true or not because I don't know who he's
not.
talking. I don't know who he's talking about, but I know that Flash has said that people that he knows have gotten hit for saying faggot. But I'm pretty sure that those are before the 2-hour mark. I don't know what was related to Lofty specifically, but I'm sure he said it. I can't remember off the top of my head if that actually happened. And he's drunk in this video, and I'm still pretty high right now. So let's keep it playing because again, Lofty comes in calm, but he's gonna go to 100 really quick.
Without you interrupting.
No, because you've gotten channels affiliated with me strikes.
Can I?
You know
speak
you have. I
without
told you
interrupting?
this, and you keep saying shit that gets me strikes and 18 pluses. Several
Flash,
times this has
your
happened because
chat-
of you.
Your chat wants me to speak without you interrupting. Okay, can I do that, please? Flash.
No, because if you say anything that's going to get me taken
I'm not
down,
going to say.
gonna
I'm not going to say
I'm
any
going to ban
swear.
you again.
I'm not
Because
going to
you've
say
done this
any
several
bad words.
times.
Nope, not going to say any bad words.
You've done this several times, and you know you have. Have you
Nope.
not? Have I not talked to you about?
It seems like in this, it looks like Flash is just starting to lecture his son or something.
Yeah,
And-
kind of.
Kind of.
It's like I told you several times to clean your fucking room. Lofty, clean your fucking room.
This makes it off-putting, I think, to his audience too, because this isn't who they think he is, right? Like, I think this is a side of him they don't see often,
Well,
right?
the thing is, he is a father, though, right?
I mean,
Like he's talked about his baby and everything on the stream. Like he's dealing with a new baby too. The thing is, Flash is I don't know how old Lofty is. I know Flash is older than I am. You're right. They want Flash to be like super based and go off filter and everything, but at the exact same time, Flash has got a baby. This is his channel. This is his business. I get it. I get why he's feeling this way. And I also know that the back and forth with Lofty, it's not just this stream. It's multiple streams. And yeah, they butt heads a lot. And Lofty butts heads with a plenty of people, right? It's not just Flash he does it with.
I feel like if Flash went ahead and because it feels like the audience doesn't understand it either, so there's a disconnect. But if he would have gone ahead and I know it probably wasn't going to happen because he's so drunk, but if he would have explained it, this has been building up and you just constantly keep doing this. So if it seems like I'm overreacting, it's probably because I've just had it at this point, He should have said that.
Well, he's saying it right now. He's saying it right now. He's just drunk and lecturing Lofty. But he is saying it. He's like, I've told you multiple times to knock it off. You've gotten other channels I'm affiliated with strikes for doing this.
Yeah. But to the average viewer, though, they need it spoon-fed to them. So they need to hear those exact words. Otherwise, they just don't get it unless they're frequent watchers and they can they understand it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
agree, but this was a New Year's Day stream or New Year's stream. Like,
Well, yeah, way to start off 2023, basically.
no, I'm just saying, like, look, I couldn't be there because I was, you know, out with my wife doing
Yeah.
stuff, right? So it's
Yeah.
like
I was out
if
doing
it,
stuff too.
yeah, I think a lot of people that would have been watching that would have been fans of the show that have seen it for like more than one episode. Otherwise, like you just tuned in for the first time to Flashcast on New Year's Eve instead of doing something.
Well, maybe
you know what I mean?
recommended. You're
Yeah,
having
not
like
the best first impression.
That's true. That's true.
Who were these the only 4 people that were available that day?
Oh no, so more people came in earlier in the stream. This was more like later on after,
At the end?
like towards the end of the stream. Yeah, because I remember.
I
Yeah,
want to see when Lofty like starts going off, but I see he gets kicked out like multiple times.
We've gotten a channel affiliated with me.
Can I talk? Can I
in
talk?
trouble? Did that happen? Yes or no?
Flash. The only
Did that happen?
reason-
Yes or no? You know it did because I can pull
Yes.
the DMs up.
Flash.
Yeah, it did happen, didn't it?
Holy
Didn't that happen
shit,
once?
I can't even
Didn't
talk.
Didn't it happen once? Yes or no? Because I can
Yes.
pull the DMs up where I told you about it. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes.
Okay, yes, it happened.
Do you want to remind the chat of what I said that got you in trouble?
Yeah, you said the F word multiple
Nope,
times.
nope.
Yes, you did say it multiple times.
Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying.
I'm
you
lying.
fuck-
Okay. You're about to say it again. You almost said it again, didn't you? You almost said
Flash.
it again.
Flash, stop lying.
Now
The
he's in
reason why
denial.
your chat got in trouble was because okay, here's the problem, chat. Listen to this. You're
Oh, yeah, I
not
forgot
allowed
to
to
ask, bro.
criticize the Islam.
Bro, I forgot to ask. You know, in regards to him Lofty about saying about criticizing, you know, Islam and stuff. I mean, I know you're
Okay,
Muslim, so
yes, I am Muslim. Okay, and I think that the reason why you're not allowed to criticize the faith on YouTube is because let's just be honest, Americans have abused my people, and we're given a couple special privileges to not be criticized anymore. And I agree it's unfair, but I didn't make the rules on YouTube. That was
No.
somebody else. I'm just abiding by them.
yeah. As the creators of South Park once said, we all can make fun of Jesus and Christians, but when it comes to other religions, yeah, no, you're gonna get the torch for it.
I think that's 100% true, but there's really nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, but I know it's just it's true, but I think it's fucking stupid to be honest. But you know,
I agree. Okay. Let's watch it devolve.
You cannot.
You're doing it again. You went on a whole.
Okay. I agree. That was a little bit unfair. Okay, he was just explaining the YouTube policy that he violated.
I think at this point, I can kind of see why the audience would be swayed to the Lofty side, just because it does seem like Flash is he's more into trying to make Lofty look bad at this point, rather than like continue on with the original problem they had.
Oh yeah,
Well, it looks like Lofty wants to move on to the original problem they had or misunderstanding. Flash is just bringing up like other shit. Like, did you remember when you got this? Remember when you got me in trouble or other channels? You remember how you said this, and then that starts a new conflict.
I agree with what you're saying there, because you're right. This is something that's built up over a period of time. It's not just this one stream. So Yellow Flash, like bringing up all these other circumstances that, you know, are not happening right that second. Yeah, I can see why people would be like, oh, you're just trying to make him look bad and you're just throwing stuff in his face. But it's like, no, Flash has probably been wanting to get rid of Lofty, right? Because or getting like really fed up with Lofty when he's coming on, and then as it builds up, as he's talking specifically about changing Flashcast and, you know, rebranding it, now he's in this chat with Lofty, who's calling him a liar, who keeps saying something that, you know, Flash keeps telling him not to say. Like, I can see how that could just all build up and you just want to like fucking cut the guy's head off, you know, figuratively speaking.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, this is a super drunk dad yelling at his son.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to take Lofty's side on this then. I'll be the odd one
how
out.
you feel or don't feel about that religion, you're not allowed to talk about it and criticize it on YouTube. And I'll go this far. I don't disagree with the things Lofty said, but you're not allowed to talk about it on YouTube. You're not allowed to talk about it on YouTube. And that's just the way it is. I don't know what to tell you. But he was about to go into why he got in trouble. Don't.
Okay, I'll speed it along.
Don't go into it.
I won't. You literally kicked me for saying the word
because you were about to go into why the stream got in trouble the last time.
No, you're a pussy. You're a fucking pussy. You kicked me because I said the word Islam, which you know is not a.
Now you can't criticize
Wait, I gotta go back. That was funny.
Don't go into it.
I won't. You literally kicked me for saying the word
because you were about to go into why the stream got in trouble the last time.
No, you're a pussy. You're a fucking pussy. You kicked me because I said the word Islam, which you know is not a.
Now you can't criticize it.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
Okay. Listen. I know why he kicked him there. It's because Lofty was sitting there calling him a fucking pussy.
Wait, how old is Lofty?
I don't know. He's younger than Flash, though.
Yeah, I think he's just slightly older than Crow.
What?
And that's what I'm guessing.
Wait, he sounds like he's 27 or 28.
Oh, then he's younger than me.
What the fuck?
All right. Let me keep playing it.
Don't criticize it.
Because he comes
I'm
back
sorry,
for
I don't
like
want to get
half
kicked
a
off of
second.
YouTube for that. I don't care about religion topics on this channel. Talk about Islam on this channel. Chill the fuck out, dude. You talk, say what you want. You're not allowed to criticize Islam on YouTube. You're not allowed to do it. You're not allowed to do it. Are you done?
Yeah, dude, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Yeah, you
You
are.
criticized it
You're
on
lying.
that stream, and the stream
lying.
got fucking struck.
I'm sorry, you're lying, dude.
Okay, I'm done.
So I get it. If you're just watching that happen, I can see why Flash looks like he's just like spurging out against this guy who didn't do anything wrong. But like I know the actual situation there. And I think that most of the people have caught like at least a couple of these who have seen Lofty on the show. Like, it's not the first time Lofty has like called somebody else on the show a pussy or a liar or done any of that shit. And usually it comes out of fucking nowhere, right? So like when they were going over the that Lord of the Rings thing with Anna, right? He started like throwing in like these personal insults towards Anna while they were going back and forth, and then she called him a faggot. Like I was just like, dude, and I've noticed that it's become much quicker for him to start hurling those out at people. And I don't think that it necessarily comes from this place of I hate these individuals. It's just he's constantly taking the stupid side, the stupid hot take side, and just getting like completely fucking destroyed for it. And so like when that keeps happening and he thinks you're not making any good points, you're just trying to attack him. He thinks he's matching your energy or something. Something more, but you know what I mean? Something more along those lines than, oh, he really does fucking hate you or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man, that's crazy, bro. Wait, what?
Yeah.
So are you allowed to say like what the other members think of this whole situation?
I mean, I don't. I think I am, but like at the same time, I really don't remember. I think most people are kind of just like, yeah, look, it's not just Flash that has those kind of like issues with Lofty. And it's not just Flash who has seen Lofty kind of like, do that with people. So do I think like everybody's in there like, I'm done with Lofty and I'll never speak with them again? No, I really don't think that's the general thing. But I think most people, from what I kind of remember, And again, I'm not going to start naming people. I think most people were kind of just like, yeah, Lofty keeps doing this shit. It sucks, but sucks to suck. You know,
So they
move on.
They basically took Flash's side.
Yeah, like because again, all of those people have been in the Flashcast with Yellow Flash and with Lofty, and I think that they kind of understand why it happened.
Yeah.
And again, I'm guessing this was based off like a couple of quick comments that I'm sort of going off of hazy memory from, but I don't think that there's this hatred like, oh, Lofty's this evil guy. Lofty's terrible. We'll never speak and associate with him again. I don't think it's that. It's just, you know, him and Flash are just two very different fucking people, and maybe they just need some time apart. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Because they actually do have some good moments on there.
If it wasn't Lofty, it probably would have been Flamenco, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you just
wait a minute. Don't we have that Spondyle clip?
Oh yeah, that's a Tipster clip. But before that, Crow, I want you.
I am ready to end the stream.
Okay.
More.
Let's do. Let me. Wait, Sen, before you do that, Crow, I just want to say, let us make sure that doesn't happen to any of us on these streams. Like, I'm just saying.
Probably won't.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that just in case. I'm like, let's make sure we don't do that to each other.
Wait,
Crow, real quick.
I got to do a video on this shit. This is hilarious. I'm not going to pull it up. I'm not pulling it up because I'm going to bed soon.
Crow, I gotta ask.
Hey, hold on. A cousin of BLM co-founder Patrice Cullors, the one with the multi-million-dollar homes, died after committing a felony hit and run, trying to steal a car, resisting arrest, and getting tased by LAPD. He tested positive for cocaine. Cullors is calling for the police chief to resign. Bro. LAPD released videos of their arrest of Keenan Anderson, a cousin of BLM co-founder Patrice Cullors. He died hours after getting tased during an arrest on January 3rd while committing a felony hit and run and attempted car theft. He had cocaine in his system. So.
Yeah, I thought that'd be kind of funny just to mention, but
this is my facial expression for it.
Wait, Crow.
Yeah.
Keep the camera on, Vic, because I got something else I want to ask Crow. I'm gonna pull a Lofty here and ask: is there any undersea burial rituals in Islam?
Maybe. I just don't know of any.
Okay, because apparently that was the excuse for dumping Bin Laden's body in the deep blue sea.
I did not know that.
Well, good for them.
Well, good for them. That's fucking awesome.
I'm going to.
Wait, Crow.
No, I was supposed to have a stream.
Then, if you wanted to do this stuff, you should have came on earlier. Not
you should have been here earlier. We could have done this all earlier.
Exactly. This is why you need to stop showing up last minute.
All right, I'll ask next time. Let me pin this. There you go.
Is it the tweet you sent me by Kinoche?
No, that was the one
I wanted to know
posted.
what the fuck is happening with Rekieta.
I don't have any idea because I saw him post that, and I don't even know who the Claire person is.
That's the shit. Isn't she in LawTube too?
I don't know. Like I have no idea. The two people I know in LawTube are Legal Mindset
Or is she an IBS person?
And Rekieta and the DUI guy. That's about it.
Because this is just like this chick, like some of the issues with Rekieta's local chat and shit. And I was like hearing how Rekieta's trying to like, what is he trying to do? Get nudes from his like the wine mobs in his thing or something? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that's what was being passed
I was
around.
like, yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Is he like, because I heard about like him and his wife's thing before, like the other thing. But I'm like, wait, so are they like, is he like just legitimately hitting up other women?
I don't.
Are they?
Here's the thing. I don't know. And the thing is, if I look at this, it's just saying.
Oh, here
you
it
don't
is.
like
Here
family
it is.
people,
It's
but
this
she
one.
might have earned hers. I don't.
The second one. This second one is, I guess, cleared it up, or like it says Rekieta Law is freaking out because a YouTuber with 851 followers is making fun of him and his fans trading nudes in his locals. The sector is in shambles, ladies and gentlemen. And then
is that saying that he's the one doing it, or people in his locals are doing it?
What, the thing with his trading nudes?
It's saying that he's the one who's doing it, Crow.
Like, okay. I don't know, because I haven't paid any attention to locals.
I mean,
like,
I kind of rushed to it being like a logical conclusion that'd be him, because like there was something about his wife and her nudes and being like on the locals thing, or his Discord or some shit, and it was like, well, maybe this is like a compromise they made, so he's allowed to be with like bitches now and shit. But I don't know, because then Rekieta was saying like he's a swinger now with his wife or something, and then like,
But do you actually believe that though?
I don't know what to believe anymore.
Here's what I'll say. Because I don't. This is kind of like the first I'm hearing about all this stuff, and I really don't care about people's personal lives as long as it's not illegal.
Yeah.
But my thing is, look, if him and his wife have some sort of agreement that they can go be with other people, and they're screwing around doing whatever, I don't care. I honestly don't care.
Yeah.
If that's
I don't believe that.
I heard he took down his Discord too for it.
No, he took down his Discord for various reasons, though.
I don't know. Like, I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, well, there's like a bunch, I guess, apparently clips in this channel that I guess if you watch it, you can get the full context. 'Cause Josh Moon weighed in on this too, apparently. I watched like the first like minute of it, and he's basically like, oh, I'm put in a hard situation because if I don't criticize Nick on what the fuck is happening, I'm gonna look like I'm protecting him and shit. So it's like, oh, okay, so he is gonna tell it. Okay, so maybe I should watch that. It's 20 minutes. Josh Moon weighs in.
Send me the video, because I'll check it out.
All right.
Yeah, I want to know what's happening before I like actually talk about it.
Yeah.
Because again, okay, but I
knew about it.
No, like
I'm in like the flashcast with him, so I would assume that you're like,
yeah, but like it's not like he's in there talking about some fucking locals chat. Like,
yeah,
again,
that's their whole separate thing.
People post random things in there. I post I post things that I find on Twitter I think are funny.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
he
talked about it in his stream. So if he's talking about it in his streams, it's gone past just
hold on. You got to understand. I'm bad at checking DMs in the first place. So like,
yeah,
like I'll see something on Twitter and I'll put it into the chat in case somebody like is interested, or wants to like, talk about it. But in terms of paying attention to all like the personal chatter that goes on, I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just I don't really have the time for it. Like I do want to like check and just make sure, sometimes I'll see someone will post like a news article and I'll make a video based on that. But I'm not really paying attention to like anyone. I don't even think that I've seen anyone like mention that. So I don't know.
Yeah, I've just
I really don't.
The Twitters and like the clips themselves and shit. I'm sure the Kiwis are talking about it too, because they started disliking him as well.
Probably
some of them started disliking him for some reason.
The only thing I will say is, if him and his wife have an agreement and they're okay with like swinging or whatever, I don't actually really care. As far as I'm concerned, it's a kink that they have, and most kinks are pretty fucking weird. If it's something where like you're telling me that his wife doesn't know and he's doing these things, and he's trading news.
No, I don't think it's an infidelity case.
If it was,
even if it was an infidelity case, I think that like based off of like everything people have said up to this point, I think it would be understandable, because like the main thing being put out there is his wife is kind of loose and shit. And like Nick just takes it apparently, and yeah, so I can like if he's like fucking around, like putting some salvo shit, I think it'd be more justifiable in a sense, because the salvo thing, it doesn't make sense and it's not
The
as
thing is,
justifiable because
is,
his wife was loyal to him, like in every sense, right?
yeah, the thing is, like, I've met his wife, like when
Yeah, I've met her too. This is that.
Yeah, no,
Dude.
I'm kind of surprised by that. Like,
Yeah,
again,
even then, I take everything you say because where you find it's in.
I mean,
take it
I'll
with a
watch
grain
the
of salt.
video.
I've just watched
Like, I'll watch
there
the
have been
video,
certain clips that like people have archived, and like when was the shit? It was when the controversy first dropped too. Like it was I think it was late 2022, and that was when the whole thing with his wife and the nudes came out and shit. And it was the beginning. I think it was the first hour of that stream, and people were like typing up like in the forum, right, the Kiwi Farms forums, and they were clipping shit, and they were like making their speculation shits, but they were like it was, some of them were like a picture's worth 1,000 words. So it's like they're getting this whole thing, and this has kind of existed for a while, but it's only picking up steam now because they're like, well, Nick is letting his wife show her ass like in front of like these strangers and shit. And it's like then they have the whole meme where it's like Drexel's like the black guy that's pounding his wife and shit while he watches and shit. He's like, why do you need like your big black friend always holding your wife like that? And then they get some old archive clips of Rekida's wife talking about how like there was this like, I think a massager, some masseuse or something holding her tits and shit. And like, so she went and she did it a second time or something. Some things like that. So it's all like little bits of smoke, I guess, from this whole thing, and it just adds up. And they're like, oh yeah, she's loose and Nick is a cuck. And then Nick addresses it. There's even a video where he's like, hey, Kiwi Farms, how are you doing? And blah, blah, blah. And he's going into like some, I don't even know what it was. I think I went over it. I think the TLDR of it was like, don't tell me how to run my shit. And me and my wife have like a very interesting, like, I don't know, thing, I guess. Some sexual
wait,
thing.
Hold on.
It's a bunch of shit, Crow. It's fucking weird. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah,
and like,
I mean, if he's actually being a cuck, then yeah, make fun of him.
The only reason, like, I think it holds more like weight than just like Kiwi Farms posts, it's because if Josh Moon is going to address it, if Josh Moon's going to talk about it, Mr. Medicare made fun of him for it too. It was either for that or the stupid Baldo shit that he was promoting. Their criticism is like
that's because he said his word.
It was the Baldo shit he was making fun of.
Yeah, because he said he would for Drexel. So
it's like Rekieta, something like he's becoming more degenerate and shit. And some of the old viewers that used to watch him are like, I can't watch this shit anymore. I don't know what the fuck happened to him like over the years, but he's becoming like weirder about this shit.
He did a Twitch hot tub stream. I'm not entirely sure what you guys mean.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I mean, Drexel was the masseuse in that story.
You know, like I get what you mean. Like if the criticism is, you know, his wife is sleeping around and he's just like sitting at home watching it, then yeah, that would be a cuck. Hold on.
Yeah.
He's made fun of people for being
there you go.
So like
the Murphy guy, right?
Yeah, Jack Murphy. And now Jack Murphy it's more than being a cuck, it's also the shouting at women when they question him. But you know, he's called other people cucks as insults and everything. So if people are saying, well, you're being a cuck here, I think that's fair. Like if you're gonna throw the punches, you need to roll with the punches. But if it's a situation where it's really just they have an open relationship and people are just discovering that he's a bit more of a degen, I mean, yeah, it sucks because he's got he's kind of got like a really high what do you call it, like a moral character for a bunch of people, and it sucks if in reality he's much more degenerate.
They also wanted to take a shot at his so you know how Rekieta portrays himself to be like a Christian, a very Christian man and shit. they're like, oh, he's doing some really Christian things with that Baldo shit and blah 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 and all that other stuff.
I mean,
But
he does have Christian beliefs, right? But you think he's really that much of a hardcore Christian any more than Crow's a hardcore?
No. I think the audience members are under that belief and shit, and some of them
Yeah.
are like, well, that's like one of the pitches that hooked me into you, because you presented yourself to have very strict Christian values, and I like that because I perceive myself that way as well.
Well, I have to go by pretty much everything that because I don't even know what the situation is.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna watch
look,
that Josh Moon shit and see what he has to say about
Look,
it.
I'll say this though: if you feel like, based on his recent actions and behavior, that he's not the guy that you want to be listening to, then you make that choice. Don't tune in. Don't subscribe. If he loses subscribers, then maybe that will be the message that, hey, don't behave this way. If he doesn't, then you kind of just see his audience doesn't care. But that's based on the secondhand information I'm getting on this stuff.
Yeah, I've
I
also
don't-
seen like your brother try to take dabs at him too. Like he's been one of the main people like going at him as well. I think it's hilarious because Dean's history with women.
Yeah, no,
I'm like, okay, Rakeda,
wait, hold on. Do you know your beef with my little brother started because he was upset over a girl?
Yes, I know. I know.
Oh.
I know. I know. So I think it's like funny. I'm like, if Rakeda at worst is like on stage 1 cuckery, at worst, Dean is like a whole new fucking entity. He's like at stage 3 and above, and I'm like, he has like no real right to be fucking trying to call Rakeda a cuck.
Like
What the
Preston
fuck?
Poulter coming out and saying, "Oh, look at Dick Rakeda." I see, because the thing is, I like Nick Rakeda. I like him for the legal analysis, but like he's openly said some degen things before.
Yeah.
But I always thought that him and his wife had a great relationship. I know that his kids are really important to him too. So if it's a situation where his wife is being loose, I can understand why he wouldn't want to openly start saying things about his wife, because he's probably under the impression that one day his kids will hear that. But as far as this other stuff, I mean, yeah, look, when he did the hot tub stream and everything, I wouldn't sit there and look at him doing that and say, this is a man of pure Christian values. No. I think for the most part though, I can see why his audience would be getting upset with it. And it's up to him on whether or not he thinks that that's warranted. And it's up to them on whether or not they think that will make it impossible for them to listen to him when he's doing his legal analysis or doing one of his live streams. If it's a situation where there's no infidelity, for me, again, I like the guy. If it's not a case where he's cheating on his wife, I'm not going to sit there and be like, I can't associate with it, man. I personally don't care. If he's being a cuck, I mean, I think people should be able to laugh at him and he shouldn't be upset about it, because I think one of the things you do when you sign the cuck contract is that you accept that public humiliation is going to be a part of that. But I don't know if that's actually what's happening here. If he says if it's a situation where him and his locals chat, because it said him, and he's the one who's exchanging nudes on locals, it sounds like, well, hold on, but it does sound like he's also being with other women. So it sort of sounds like it's mutual between him and his wife. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to sit there and judge it. Because
I think it would be, honestly, at this point, I think if that is the arrangement they have, I think that'd be okay.
Yeah.
But like also they have kids, so at the same time it's like, do you explain that to the kids or do you just keep that a secret between
I don't know. I don't know. I agree. I think the kids have to come first, but at the exact same time, I'm not a parent. I'm not a father.
And they've been together for a long time, right?
They have, yeah.
That's what makes it like that's the thing when you're married for such a long time. Sometimes you gotta
I think
Yeah.
that there are some people that will stay together with a person that they do not love and do not like for the sake of their children. I think Nick loves his wife. I think his wife loves him. I've seen it when they're out in public together. They do care about each other. If it's a situation where they're just in an open relationship to keep things, fresh and content at the house so they can both raise these kids, I think that in a way it's respectable. While at the
Yeah.
same time being pretty degenerate, but I'm guessing there, I'm seriously guessing there.
Yeah,
But
I
again,
think
it
it's just
doesn't
that like
sound like
the Christian thing has become such a part of his his
Branding.
image.
Yeah. Well,
And his branding in a sense too.
Well,
It's
he
just
knows
like-
he's not like.
he's gonna take some lumps for it, and you know what? I think that's more than fair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm Muslim. I wasn't watching him because he's a Christian man. Really, not at all. I didn't like him for that reason either. But again, if he's not cheating on her, she's not cheating on him. They're both in an open relationship, and they're both still taking care of their kids at home and everything. I don't care. I just do not care. That's not a big deal for me. The kids sound like that they're being treated well. It sounds like him and his wife are both happy with what's going on, and I agree that if he portrays himself as this man of pure Christian values, and then is going out here and is in an open relationship and is flirting with all these women in his locals chat or something like that, yeah, I can understand why people are upset. For me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, can we agree on one thing?
What's up?
Drexel the masseuse will keep your wife loose.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, I'm ending the stream. Fucking
Yeah.
Sen kept us here for an
Sen,
extra hour.
at this point, Sen, you're becoming the Cecil of the group.
Yeah.